Hello, y'all. How's it going? It is Monday, and tonight we are starting a full playthrough of sorts. Well, basically, this is Super Mario 64 Co-op DS, or DX, not DS. Those are my letters. This is Super Mario 64 Co-op DX, which is a mod on top of the Mario 64 PC port, and a mod that has additional things on it, additional character mods on top of that, which allow you to play as different characters, one of whom I saw a wonderful trailer for a month ago, at which point I said, ooh, I gotta do a stream of that. And then I thought about it for 2 seconds and said, well, fuck a stream, why not a full playthrough? And that's what tonight is. That's what tonight is the start of. I'm going to beat Mario 64 as Bananza Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong Bananza. Single player. This will be, you know, despite the co-op nature of this mod, I will be doing it all myself. I will be getting every star that I get, and we'll see the extent of it. I'm not 100% sure whether we should be going for like, you know, 120, or if like 70, you know, any percent. I guess that's 71 star. You know, does the one at the end count? Is it 70 stars or 71 star? I'm not sure quite what the extent of this will be, but I do know that, I think it seems like a fun idea. And, from the trailer, and my initial tests, Bananza Donkey Kong seems pretty cool. Let me see. So you can see here I have character select the mod on. I do not have cheats, nor arena, nor a bunch of other things. Is arena the GoldenEye mod? Arena shooter inspired game mode. I know there's like a Mario 64 hack. Or maybe it's not a Mario 64 hack, but there's like a, actually, I think it's a GoldenEye hack. Is that anything like, is Arena like that? I don't know how that works. These other, mods are interesting to me, including such things as Star Road, which is just a complete game conversion, which I will say I have messed around with a little bit. I've messed around with Star Road on my, AYN Thor, which is over there somewhere, on a shelf right now, charging. So you can see that I've added Bananza Kong version 1.22, as well as extra characters and originals, why not? Because, I don't have, why not? Why not is my thought process there. Why not have them on hand, though, of course, like I said, this thing is going to be pretty strictly a, Bananza playthrough. This is still introduction, by the way, but hey, it says Dear Donkey Kong, and there's some other superficial elements that are, replaced here in the thing. Hey, 06i, hey, Rock Party. Hello, folks. How you doing? Let's see the man himself. Let's see the man himself. He's about to pop out. He's about to pop out. Ooh, you just finished Ori, so you're moving on to Hollow Knight? That's a good, those are good games. Here's the man! Is it Mario? No! It's Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong Bananza. And, I have a, 360 controller, and, it's kind of a little bit funny. They added some extra buttons on the thing. Like, you can see that, and I've sort of mapped it similar to how, like, I've sort of mapped it to be similar to, like, Bananza. So I have, punch on Y. I have, ground pound on A. I'm sorry, on B. It's X on an Xbox controller. You know, the right button. I have jump on the bottom button, as it belongs. And, top button, I put camera stuff. Also, I can, pick up rocks with the right trigger, which I believe is where it was, and throw them as well. I believe that's where it was in the, in Bananza, so I think that makes sense. Also, I can duck with Z, or the left trigger, as well as do that, you know, barrel roll and all that, like in Bananza. Okay? Okay? I can tap it to do just a regular ass roll, which I will say feels pretty good. This is a cool mod, and I'm looking forward to a good time, for sure, for sure. You look. I think that this point of view is impractical in the regular Mario 64 with the regular Mario, but in this mod with Donkey Kong, it's even more impractical. Look, all we can see is Donkey Kong's ass. That's not how you do. This is better. Even then, sometimes, you know, you walk towards the camera and DK is just like, hey, what's up? What's this? Lakitu, stay back, Lakitu. Come on. I will say one more thing before we begin. There are other characters. There's a bunch of other characters, and I will note that a lot of them seem pretty cool. Some of them here are just pretty much as I understand. Like, I'm not sure if let's just look at these for 2 seconds. Some of these I think are just Mario, no questions asked. And by the way, I'll say that the extra buttons that I mapped and don't do anything for a lot of these characters for what it's worth, but they are needed for Bananza DK, especially, so yeah. I will note again, you kind of have to remap your controller a fair bit to use Bananza DK correctly, but it's fine. The kick is on the right button, for instance, rather than on the left button, because the punch, I need that on the left button. Yeah. Can you play as a Goomba? Probably. There's a lot of characters that I didn't download, for what it's worth. I basically just grabbed the first ones that I saw, but I will say I did mess around with a bunch of them, and I will note that, like, I will note some cool things here, like, Peach can hover. Peach has a hover. Look at these. Look at these, Coop DX characters that they got. Peach has a hover. That feels really good. Peach has a hover. Daisy has, a double jump. That's, pretty rad as well. I don't really associate Daisy with double jumps, but you know what? I won't say no, and I'll say it feels damn good. You know what Yoshi does. You know what Yoshi does. He does this. And that whole business. I don't know if he can do tongue stuff. But, moving on. And, I think Rosalina does,
I'm ready for you this time!
Birdo can shoot eggs. CS extra character has script errors. That's interesting. If you hold it down, sort of breathes fire. I think that maybe this character is a little bit of a work in progress, but, maybe question mark. But I think it's cool nonetheless. And finally...
Let's go!
Actually, there's two finallys here. There's Pauline, who... Oh, Pauline has the hat! Pauline throws her hat, and the hat works Odyssey style. That's pretty smart. That's a nice way to get, like, you know... You could play this game, but Odyssey style, essentially. Minus the capture system.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty cool, right? And,
Let's go.
Rosalina, last one. Rosalina, last one. Guess what Rosalina does? Is that her voice? Is that Rosalina's voice? She does the galaxy, twirl. Pretty obvious then. There. Yeah, that just makes sense, doesn't it? Ooh. I don't know if Toad does anything. No, I think Toad is just normal. Some of these are just normal, especially the ones that they give you by default, because those are the ones that, like, you know, you might use without installing anything funny. Anyway, gotta say, very impressed with the lineup of custom characters in Coop DX beyond even Bananza DK, which is the one I saw first, and does seem also very cool. Look at this, look at this, look at this. You know what it is, you know what it is. Man, that rock boulder effect is loud, isn't it? Cool as hell! Definitely recommend screwing around with that. And I'll say, honestly, I would, man, seeing some of the other characters makes me wish that, you know, maybe there were, like, additional gimmicks here to play as some of those other characters. But, you know, I'll say, tonight, my prerogative, my priority, the whole thing is gonna be Bananza DK right there. Okay? Okay. Also, by the way, check it out. Brand new shirts. Just, one of the 4 that I got from the AGDQ collection. It's alright. It's pretty good. Anyway, that's it. Let me, get back down here. I bet you can play as a Goomba. Before next week, I should download a bunch more, and, we'll have a look at them sometime next week. Let's say. Okay! Let's get this going. That's enough, oh, I think, is he gonna tell me something right here? No, apparently not. That's enough, yeah, Bowser says to go away. That's enough messing around at the door. How is the audio, especially when it comes to, like, throwing the rocks on everything? I think it could be taken down a scotch. Especially with the sound of, like, the rocks. Do we like that, or was it better before? Let me know. It's on -6, 17 decibels now. As if that matters to y'all. As if y'all know, for comparison. I am at -0. I'm as loud as I can be. At least according to the microphone, you know? Without any sort of, like, gain alteration on the microphone end. It doesn't matter. Folks, let's do it! It's time now to get into the actual game, to play some Mario 64 as Bananza from Donkey Kong from Bananza, who has his full moveset from Bananza. I am low-key not sure, like, how much of this game works entirely perfectly is tested with Bananza DK. I don't know, for instance, how he can fly or whatever. But, we'll just, play it by ear, and if it turns out there's some stars, or perhaps golden bananas, question mark, that we can't get, we'll, you know, we'll do what we can. And, you know, by the end of this stream series, we'll have at least 70 stars, and we'll, kill Bowser there. Alright, let's do it. With the roll, I will say the roll definitely makes it so that, oh, hang on, let me, I need to, how do oh, R button for options. I need to, camera controls, analog stick options, invert right stick, X axis, yes please, okay. There we go. Alright, let's do it. Here we go. First, star of Mario 64. Perhaps the golden banana. Clearly, they're golden bananas, actually. Let's go do it. One thing that I do know from the trailer is that, you don't have to grab, enemies such as, Bowser and stuff. Instead, in fact, I don't know if he can, if Donkey Kong can do that thing. That's an interesting hitbox right there. Camera, please. What am I doing wrong with is the camera just like this? Okay, I'm just gonna, you know, live with it and stuff. From my understanding, we can just punch the dude at the top of the hill. And I think that, sounds nice. I guess let's get into ass-only mode. Yeah, here we are in ass-only mode. And now we can see in front of us. Kinda. Is Mario 64 always like this with the camera? I like it more when the camera is just locked to behind, you know? There's King Babam. Did he say his name is Big Babam? I guess his name is Big Babam. I think we just punch him. Whoop! I thought I saw in trailers that we just punch him. Maybe you gotta punch him from behind. Let's punch him from behind then. Eat. Throwing, okay. Maybe it's just Bowser that you can punch without grabbing on. Or maybe that was a what they call creative liberty. Creative liberty there. Okay. Stop turning. Fast enough where I can run behind. Thank you. Oh, that's a nice camera angle. Gotta pull it out a little bit. And I can see myself. I can see Mr. Babam, Mr. Big Babam, and yeah. One thing to keep in mind is that, remember, I do have some bullshit. I can't climb up walls and stuff. That's gonna be a nice shortcut. From time to time. Hello, Big Babam. I guess the battle is restarted then. I'll say, for what it's worth, I will note, personally, never, I've not played Mario 64 that many times. I didn't have it on the N64 back in the day. I, started with Banjo-Kazooie. That was my first N64 game. You know, I got there a little bit late. I was like 8, you know, when Banjo-Kazooie came out, so, you know, it made sense to maybe not be in there from the jump. But I did eventually play the DS one when I got a DS, which was, you know, I took my name for God's sake. I was very excited for the DS, and I coined my name around the same time. We beat him! It, worked alright. Apparently you just pick him up. What is that barrel? That's cool. Okay, let's keep going. I'll say, never was the biggest fan of Mario 64 as a result. You know, getting to it late. Is he going? Wait, what did he just say Mario only? You did not just say Mario only, right? Oh. Go! Okay. I was worried for a second. I talked to him. Should have started. We're not off to a great start, but Koopa the Quit. You know what? I can fucking climb walls. I will not lose this. I will just take great advantage of all the shortcuts I can take. This wall is weird. This wall is weird. But this wall is okay. Okay. What about this wall? Okay, this wall's good. It would have been faster if we went a normal way, rather than climbing the walls. He will call you cheating. Does he do that? That would be cool if he could tell if you got there literally too fast. Or maybe if you use like a cannon, maybe if you could play a different level, unlock the cannon, come back, would he have that interaction? I think we went slower than, I would say our time was slow, but I don't know. We beat him, at any rate, and, good enough for me. I'm a gorilla blur. I'm just realizing that it says, oh, banana, every time when the golden banana appears. That's excellent. I love to hear that. In you know, DK64 and Bonanza, it's fantastic. I'll say I've never been the hugest fan of Mario 64, but I am a great big huge fan of the later games such as Odyssey, which is basically tied for favorite game of all time. Shoot to island in the sky. Okay. Shoot to island in the sky. Are those guys open for business now? Those guys? Hey, are there options for, like, modifying how the camera works? Camera. ROM hack camera. On. L centering. Yes. Camera collision, sure. Okay, let me see if that's nice. Oh, I think maybe you have to be... Oh, I probably hit, get out of there. Okay, what is the ROM hack camera? Is it good? I'm not sure. Where's like a camera that automatically just turns as you turn? Is that an option? Honest question. I'll say I do think there are some things about Mario 64 that are a little bit dated. And by a little bit dated, I mean, you know, kind of was somewhat dated by the time of, like, Banjo-Kazooie. For instance, the way that the camera works in general. I think the ROM hack camera seems better. The way that the camera works, the way that it's not always just behind you. That's something that they realized, like, a little later, is that that's the best way to do it. Just keep it behind you and stuff. I will try to manage. And also I should look up, like, seriously. Hey, can I do the... I can't, it doesn't look like I can do a chunk jump. That's not within the repertoire. Oh, hang on. I can, okay. Ah! Okay, I think we need to actually open the cannon and do all that by talking to the dude. Worth a shot, worth a shot. I could speed up by hitting Y. Maybe I could have totally done that if I had figured out how it worked. Hello, friend. How do you talk? These are the shoulder buttons. Do I talk to this fella? I could ground pound real good. What is the interact button? Okay, it is B. What did that say? Hang on. Stand right in front of it. Please recover the stars. B, B, B. Okay, okay. Hi. Do you talk to these guys? I'll say I have played this game enough times, few enough times where I might not know how to do everything. So, you know, this is as much a full playthrough of Mario 64 without recent experience as much as it is a playthrough of Mario 64 with a gimmick. You know, I've never done Mario 64 on the channel, and have I ever done like a mod or anything? I might have done a mod or something of it, but never done Mario 64 on the channel, and yeah. I don't know how we talk to these guys, so let's just I'll just go somewhere else for now. Let's just relax, you know. We got loads of choices. I gotta find the door. by turning the camera. I also find it very helpful to have a button to center the camera. That is good. Is it just weird talking to dudes as Donkey Kong? Is Donkey Kong, like, too small to talk to? Oh, there we go. Maybe it's just weirdly precise. Also, now Toad is a ghost, so you can't talk to Toad anymore. Let's go to Thwomp's Fortress, which I think might be one of the best, levels of, Donkey Kong 64, in my experience, in my, opinion. Definitely one of the ones that gets harkened back to the most, out there. I will say also, just like 2 side notes real fast, as far as like how I'm going. I'm doing doing just fine. I will note for what it's worth, I think the AC in my apartment is acting up. It doesn't seem to be properly cooling my apartment right now. The temperature is drifting up and up and up very slowly, which is always fun when that happens. I have set up a fan over there blowing some nice air on me, which is pretty good. And I reserve the right to grab this, which is a neck air thingy that I like to use like at work and stuff. I reserve the right to turn on and get some additional air. In my testing, I could not hear this on the recording. You can let me know if that's bullshit. Here, this is it at maximum. Maximum blowing. It's gotta be hearable at, like, maximum, right? Like, I can hear it through the headphones. That's, not a good sign, typically. But, no? Okay. Well, currently I'm fine. The fan is on me, it feels good, and, whatever. But if it gets too hot, I might grab that additional, bit of cooling. I need to call in the maintenance fuckers. The AC has been on the fritz for a little bit, honestly. It's been, like, dripping. It's been, like, doing that thing where the water or whatever in it drips into the tub. Like, very, very often over the last few weeks. I've been waiting until I got home from my cousin's wedding, last week before, reporting it. And, it took a couple days for it to start doing it again, but it's back, and, they need to empty that bucket or whatever the fuck it is, and also do any other sort of repair work. Oh, I guess with this, any ground pound stuff in here, instead of ground pounding, you use the ground slap. That's cool. I mean, I like the ground pound. Can you do a ground pound with the... Oh! Oh, the hand slap button is also the, ground pound button, like in Bananza. That's cool. Yeah! It'd be cool if there were, like, if you could break through walls or something. That's obviously not in here. But it's still cool. Your phone was muted. How much did you miss? I was just talking about my broken AC. I also talked about my relative lack of experience with Mario 64, and how this playthrough is also the first time I'm playing through Mario 64 in like a couple years and whatever. And you know, just hey, keep in mind, I might occasionally not know how to do something. Don't mind. I put in the ROM hack. God damn it. But actually, I can climb walls. Very nice. Should remember to do it. In fact, I can climb even farther. I can climb all the way up to this dude. How you doing, my man? You didn't miss much, Shard. It's cool. Can I just punch this guy without him falling? I guess with him, I have to ground slap on him rather than ground pound. Yeah, I think you can just climb any wall. I think that is just allowed, and I think that is cool, and I'm looking forward to doing it. And I was also talking about the air conditioning in my apartment being on the fritz. That's all fine and good. There we go, crushed again. Ooh, banana. Donkey Kong is looking at the banana when it's on screen. That's very good. That's really good. Chip off the thwomp. I'll say, as far as other things go, what's been going on, there's two things, really. There's, house search stuff, open homes and stuff. We can talk about that a bit. I looked at a bunch of open houses over the weekend for, you know, the first time in my housing journey. And, house hunt journey. And, there's some thoughts there. I have some thoughts. I have some things to say. Things of that nature. And also, I've been working on, getting my, like, video... getting used to using Davinci Resolve as my video editor of choice for, the short form and things of that nature. I will say... There's honestly not much to say on that other than I figured out how to make it go through the GPU properly, and now it is rendering the things way faster than the previous software I was using. Basically at 6 times real time, which is pretty good for just churning through a lot of you know, making a lot of horizontal clips quickly vertical, and I have a nice new process now that involves lossless cut to find the moments, and Bandicoot to put them together real fast. Bandicut to put them together real fast. Bandicut is, what is this? Top of the fortress. Oh, hang on, I gotta remember, a lot of the time here, I can just boop, 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 just climb right up to the top. And indeed, I can continue to do that. Continue to do that real fast. Can I continue to do that? Some walls are funny. This wall is funny. Maybe it's like, can you wall jump on a wall? I wouldn't be surprised if this is a wall that has, like, wall jumps turned off or something. And, perhaps similarly, like, wall climbing is also right out. In any case, it's not so hard at all. Cool! So I'll say I have a new process, and it has, sort of taken shape at this point. You know, hunting through the old VODs in lossless cut, which is very convenient and nice. Do I still have those images of lossless cut, such that I can show them, right away? I wonder. Let me see. Yeah, sort of looks like that. You browse through a video, and you can, like, identify chunks, and then it exports all the chunks, which is pretty nice. Then it exports them all into different files. I put them together in Bandicoot, which is very convenient. And now I'll be editing them in Davinci Resolve, which is handier than the previous thing. The previous open source software that I was using. It took about 1-2 days to get the hang of it. So the last year or two I spent learning in how to do weird stuff in OpenShot is now increasingly irrelevant. Increasingly, there is no point to doing that. There is no point to getting that deep into OpenShot. Davinci Resolve seems like much better software, and I'm glad to have switched over it. How does Donkey Kong swim? Do you think? Does he just swim like Mario style? He can punch down. The punch, rock. Wait. Hang on. What about the chunks? What about the chunks? Can we turf surf? Get out of the asshole. There. Can we surf across the water? Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! And fast, too! Oh my god. That's so good! I gotta get back on dry land so I can do that again. Yeah! 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 What are we doing here? We gotta plunder the sunken ship. Well, we gotta swim for that, but, you know, that's amazing. It's just what you do in Bananza. It's not, anything special, but I remain amazed. Sunken the, plunder in the sunken ship. Do I have to, like, can I punch out this, how do I deal with this fucker? I'm almost dead. That is kind of bad. Is there, like, a door? I'll say the swimming, conversely, is a mite bit slow. But that's just Mario 64. I bet they've done something with it in this, PC port. I bet it feels nicer, you know? I don't mind tips. I've played this game before. A couple years ago. A couple years before that. The DS version. Probably a good deal. So, like, I should know how to do all this crap. But I don't because I have zero memory, in general. I often have zero memory. What was that? Did the ground pound make that happen? You haven't known this game, so you can't really help, Chard. That's understandable, yeah, you know, I feel like for a lot of people, you know, this is a game that came out long enough where a lot of people probably weren't in the right time and place in 1996. I'll say, I was not, personally. I'll actually say I actually do have a story about that, which is that, low-key, between you and me, Mario 64 was actually technically my first game as a 6-year-old. I started playing it, and I went, what the hell is this? What do I do? And apparently I couldn't get past the first level, at which point my parents returned it to the store and bought a SNES instead. And then my first game really more actually became Donkey Kong Country, which I really thoroughly enjoyed over the following 2 years until Donkey Kong 64 was coming out, at which point I said, I gotta get an N64. And my dad said, well, actually what I said was, I said, I want that game. Ooh. And my dad said, that's not the console you have. At which point we had to get it, and Banjo-Kazooie became my first 3D platformer. Anyway, it wasn't until the DS version they actually played this game, and I do think that you know, even now I sort of struggle to get it's a little bit of a struggle, I'll say. Even now, though certainly I understand it better than when I was 6. It was like probably early 1997, based on my understanding of the timeline. And then like late 1998 when I actually got Banjo-Kazooie. When we skip one, yeah, the DS version, even if we skip one, we can't like skip around or nothing. Oh, I think we have to hit that switch to do a thing, maybe. Can we do like a... Oh, we don't have to do big jumps because we can just climb. Oh, no, that's nothing. Wait, can I get that block now? I guess we can find out what happens when we get a block. If I can climb up on this wall. I will say I did enjoy somewhat the DS version. I will also say playing levels like this one, you know, Jolly Roger Lagoon, as like a 14-year-old or whatever, did make me go like, okay, this camera really hates me right now. Is it just confused because the way we got up there? I don't know what's up with that. Can you climb these like in default as Mario? I'm gonna try to go up there again. Where's the thing? It's a banana that I can't see! We got the banana I couldn't see, hell yeah! Okay. I bet maybe the camera is better when you go in there on a level where you're supposed to be able to get it. That's interesting. That's weird. That's weird. A little bit rough, yes, I would agree. Just a little bit rough right there. How do you get the eel out of the way? How does that work? I thought the DS version was good. I enjoyed all its like additional content, and also playing as the Wario, Luigi, and Yoshi. I thought that was real cool. You know, does it continue to be the only 3D platformer where you can just play as Yoshi straight up, like without, you know, well, you can ride Yoshi in a couple of the in like Odyssey. Well, I guess you can capture. You can capture Yoshi. I guess that's similar to playing as Yoshi. How do you get the eel out of the ship? Let's see if my watch can answer me. It can be quite troublesome to unhook a caught seal because of an eel's active resistance to break free from the hook. The best way is to immediately put them back in the water bucket as soon as you pull them up. So says Stellan Marfa. It's not what I meant. Am I drowning? I'm paused. I guess it's possible that maybe because this is the co-op mode, pauses aren't pauses, and all we can really do is like you know, all we can do is just see a menu real fast. Okay. How eel Mario 64. I'll search on my phone. How ship Mario 64. That's telling you how to do the one where you lure the eel out. Do you have to lure the eel out to get in the ship? I'll just quickly glance at this real fast. It looks like, hang on, in the thing, it looks like it's open. Oh, hang on, more. Swims up, probably does something to get it open. Is that like what the switch up top is doing? Oh, he's playing DK Arcade. Isn't that something? Looks like we have to lure out the guy. I'll say I was never a big fan of this level. I'll just say that right here, right now. Honestly, truly, I was never a big fan when I saw it for the first time. I said, Jolly Roger Lagoon from Banjo-Tooie. Now that's a water level. And, I will say in retrospect, like, yeah, you know, that was a silly thing to say, but, you know, at the time, one was 4 years old and the other was 8 years old. Not that much of a age gap, and hell, even today, it continues to be not that much. Pretty much after Mario 64, everyone else started figuring out crap real quick, huh? Hello, friend. Will you come out? When does the eel come out? Never known this. Wait, is someone swimming? Did the eel come out? Okay, the eel just comes out after you see him for the first time and you swim away. Okay, cool. In Mario Kart World and Bananza, both games where you can't go underwater. Bit of a theme there. There we go. There's the load zone to the inside part. There's a little bit of air here, right? Yes. Get there! Get there! Get there! Mario Kart World that is true. You can't go underwater in Mario Kart World. I think that's for the better. Honestly, I do enjoy... I do think it's cool in Mario Kart World how you, like, go above the water and, you know, there's some cool tracks that built around that and rebuilt around that and etc. etc. I'm really looking forward to the DLC whenever the Mario Kart World DLC hits. That's gotta be coming, right? That's gotta be soon. I wonder if that'll be, like, by E3, not E3 this year. I wonder if we'll see the Mario Kart DLC. I hope they can add, let's say, a world, let's say 2 cups worth. Let's say, like, a new chunk of land. Last one I'm checking here. Last one I'm checking. Okay, and I can grab that air. Perfect. I wonder what is going to happen with that. A second. 50-50. Oh, come on. You got it. It's got to be the middle. What? I do not have the order memorized. I've not played this game enough. Do y'all have the order memorized? That's quite nice for you. I support you in knowing things. I often don't know things. There's a lot of things I don't know in this world. I'll be the first to admit. There we go. The swimming is pretty much default. We have found out now. Swimming is pretty much how it works in Mario 64. That's fine. You know, they could... by rights, we should be just drowning or at the surface. But, it's fine that it doesn't work like that. Wait, was that course 3? Then... Plunder in the treasure of the ocean. I'm not quite sure how that works. Can eel come out to play? We probably have one where there's the ship now. That's nice. We should turf surf a lot more because it's cool and fun. And oh hey, the ship is here now. Ah, the eel is in the hole. And also, there's a banana in that current. Very nice. Different eel, I suppose. Anyway, I'll say I had a nice week. Nice weekend, you know, since the last stream. I, got up to some, house hunting on Saturday. Hey, there we go. There's the eel. That, banana that troubled us so much. Yeah, whoa, what was that? That was, that pose wasn't right. I think we have enough to go fight Bowser, but I'm still in the mood for some lagoon, despite my my feelings on it. Despite my feelings, being able to do this across the lagoon is pretty damn cool. This fucking rules. This is so fucking good. Yeah! 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 Okay. Man, we really should take advantage of that as much as we can. This is red coins on the ship. Maybe there might be some red coins down low as well. Oh. There we go, we got our first 3. So yeah, I'll say, we looked at I went with my folks and we looked at a couple of houses on Saturday. Ran around and looked at a couple places. And I'll say, like, we did see somewhere, like, one of the first places that we looked at was the kind of house that you look at and go like, oh my god, for the right person, this is a steal. You know, clearly a house that was taken care of, you know what I mean? A house someone had taken care of, had done things like put in good wood floors, had done things like, replace the air conditioning with like I was told a 3-ton air conditioner, you know, like an overkill air conditioner, which, you know, considering the amount of problems I have with an air conditioning, you know, in like previous apartments, something that I would be inclined to do as well, and I would personally prioritize. And also with like a perfect low maintenance yard where like basically 0 grass, just trees and dirt and beautiful. You know, just basically the kind of yard where, like, yeah, bring someone out to like, redo it, to, like, trim the trees once a year. 0 lots, so, you know, even if there was anything, it'd be pretty low maintenance, pretty small zone. There were just 2 issues, and I feel like these 2 issues were things where my dad was just like, oh my god, you know, because I get the feeling, and I totally see, like, for the right person, this thing is a fucking steal, and also, it was cheaper than a not really as good house that we saw, like, right before it, also in the 0 lot neighborhood. I get the impression that my dad, who lives in a house that is, like, you know, twice, 50% bigger than the houses I would look at as a single individual, you know, he's, you know, he was looking at a nicer, higher income bracket, higher, not income bracket, he's retired, higher price range. But like, I got the impression that he would have liked to live in this one. He could do it. And it's like, you know, the rarity in which you see a house like that almost made it, like, him feel maddened by my thoughts there, which is like, one, I said, like, okay, well, first off, this is a pretty minor thing, but it's kind of something that's important to me, which is that I do notice that you can see into the living room from the kitchen, but only the side that you wouldn't put the TV on, and that's a little awkward. I want to be able to see the TV from the kitchen. That's like, you know, in my list of things that I desire. And the other thing is that they remodeled the bathroom, the master bathroom, to just be a shower, and I'll say, you know, I like a bath. I personally take more baths than showers. Though I'll say, for what it's worth, I do take them more like the Japanese do. You know, it's more of a luxury thing, more of a rest and relaxation thing. I'm more there for the hot water than I am to, like, get clean when I take a bath. When I want to get clean and, like, you know, wash everything, I take a shower. But when I want to soak in hot water, I take a bath, and I want to soak in hot water more than I want to get clean. More often than not, you know? I don't exercise, I don't get out there, I'm fine. You know? But, like, I love a bath at the end of a day. You know, that is, like, you know, like the Japanese feel. You know, that's like one of the best parts of a day, is just to soak in hot water for a while. It's one of the reasons why I wouldn't mind to get a jacuzzi. And, you know, honestly, jacuzzi, I guess, is the other alternative to having a nice big bathtub. But, like, realistically, I'm probably not going to have the time, money, etc. to invest in a jacuzzi soon enough to make up for a lack of a tub, you know, or a lack of a big tub. I guess I could use the second bathroom tub. But I basically was like, okay, well, one, we're still pretty early. I'm not exactly in the place where I necessarily am ready to just make an offer. You know, my lease is up in August, so it's still pretty damn early to, like, be locking in somewhere. And two, those two things make it a little bit less ideal. Also, I do wonder, like, with the places I've been looking at so far, like, okay, if I want to have a studio room, right? A room with just, like, the streaming setup in it, right? I am wondering, like, okay, can some of these 2 second bedrooms, can some of these really accommodate it? Would I want to do something truly silly like, okay, have the couch and TV setup in one room, have the computer setup in a different room? How the hell would I wire that? You know, in that case. Now, let me get on dry ground and, like, do a turf surf, because this is getting a little ridiculous. I can climb if I know I can get up this way. Damn it. You know, it feels like a shame to miss a house that underpriced and as good. Though I will say, like, I feel like probably it's going to be off the market instantly. Probably they're going to have a million offers because it's that good. And also... Bleh. And also, like, again, it's just not quite perfect. But, you know, obviously, from what I can tell, finding a perfect house, hell, even finding a good house, is hard. So, you take what you can get. That, was kind of the basis of a little bit of a couple of arguments over the weekend with me and my dad and my ma, you know, just going like, okay, well, it's not quite what I'm looking for. You know, you gotta compromise. Should I be compromising on day 1, though? I feel like compromise on like, month 3. You know, on month 2, maybe even next month. But, like, 5 months out is not the time where we need to desperately be not locking something down, I think. So, yeah, decent enough house market, house hunting. I've definitely gotten a few pointers as far as, like, things to look for, as far as, you know, liking things such as, good floors, not falling apart foundationally. A small yard would be very nice, so, you know, if I could get one of those 0-lot houses, honestly, I think that would be the most ideal thing for me. Though, if I could get one with minimal grass and maximal, plants, dirt, things that are low maintenance, that's even better. And, bigger, better AC is better than, less big AC. That said, there was definitely some other points that, like, me and my dad were, like, going back and forth over, because, like, I did mention to him when talking about that first place, well, okay, well, you know, I could put the TV against the other wall with the windows, and I could just, you know, blackout curtain them, and then, you know, it's fine, it's just a wall. And I think my dad was just aghast at the notion, like, oh my god, the windows have a beautiful view, though. What do you mean you like to blackout curtain everything? And I will say I like to blackout curtain everything. Though, you know, I will say my position on that has softened, and I think his has as well, since we went back and forth basically on the lines of, like, I am not going to live in a showroom for the next whatever years just for the virtue of my house value. That's insane. I'm going to do whatever I want with my house. when I get one. Versus, you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. You know, that has softened a little bit. You know, it's now gone to like, well, look, okay, well, actually, come to think of it, and this is from both sides. I feel like we both sort of softened and thought about it and realized, like, well, wait a minute. I really only need blackout curtains for the bedroom, where I sleep, and the TV room, the media room, the stream room, where I watch TV and play and do the stream and other things of that nature. The living room, kitchen, those things are fine to have some natural light and all that, actually, come to think of it. Like, really, so long as bedroom, where I sleep, and like, the stream room are as dark as I want them to be, everything else can just be, you know, firmly in the middle. Can just be firmly normal style, and that's fine. My dad did also say, like, you know, after realizing, like, wait a minute, there's a compromise here, you know. I think we basically both realized at the same time, like, you know, with this apartment, I only have the 2 rooms, basically, so they both have to be blackout curtain black, you know. But with a house, there's other rooms, and they don't have to all be entirely dark for like, functional purposes, you know. And the other thing that he mentioned was, like, you know, a dog would really like lights. If you end up getting a dog, like, living, you know, full darkness style, you know, that dog probably is not gonna like that, actually, which is fair and true. I should keep that in mind when considering, like, you know, how to light the living room. That said, you know, I'm not, for most of the rooms, you know, natural lighting is not a priority, and, you know, I think if the house hunt goes right, it's like, yeah, well, maybe you can use that to get something that's, undervalued, you know? A fenced-in area, too. Yeah, I'll have, like, a small backyard. I mean, I guess, hell, a bigger backyard would be nicer for a dog, but I do want to... Basically, here's my perspective on a yard. I want a yard that's just big enough for, like, a patio, a grill, a jacuzzi, and, like, a patch of grass big enough for a dog to take a shit on. You know, basically... a little bigger than a jacuzzi, basically. And, like, a jacuzzi for 1 or 2, you know? Not like a huge jacuzzi, just like a personal style jacuzzi, which is what I would be aiming for, which is what I would be specking for, I think. And, yeah. Let's continue doing some of this floor. We should definitely do Bowser, and then we should head to the second world. But, I would like to first do as much as I'd like, you know. These worlds, these stars, they're good, and I like to get them, so I don't want to necessarily move on real fast. I saw a whole video about this guy and glitches involved with this guy. Oh right, I have to use the A button. Very interesting. I used none of them. I interacted with him normally. Go find that video and watch it. It's very interesting. Cool. That's a good one. Oh, right, the course number isn't the banana number. It's the number of the level that you're currently on. Right. Yes. Seriously, can we talk to these guys? Do we have to be, like, the right distance away or something? This thing is like a charge smash attack. But, I wonder if there's just something weird. There we go! Okay. It's just a little bit fucky. There we go! I don't know. I don't know what I did different there. Whatever. Nice, nice. Cannon, cannon. Are there cannons in Bonanza? That'd be a cool thing to add. Oh, there's barrel... There's like barrel cannons, though you don't aim them. It's a little different. A little different for sure. What was I gonna say? So yeah, the house hunt has started. It's in pretty early phases, but it's cool and good. And starting to figure out what I want, what I don't want, and you know, definitely, I can prioritize things that others wouldn't. You know, I can definitely say that for a certain extent, like, I'm not looking for a super fancy place with good lighting or whatever. What I want is pretty strictly functional and low maintenance. As low maintenance as an outside can get, and as, like, utilitarian, as like, good spatially as outsides can get, is basically all I'm looking for. And I'm hoping that I can find something in that bit. I will say, as far as, like, you know, there's definitely some options, like townhouses and things of that nature, that I will say would be, Hey, wait. Hang on. Hold that thought. How does the wing cap work? Oh, that's not a wing cap. That's a golden banana. Okay. I was wondering for a second if we were gonna get the wing cap and learn how flying works. You have to unlock that before you can do that later one. That banana, you just had to get to the island. Let's do one more here. We'll get some red coins, and then we'll we should do some of the I want to do slide, and I want to do the ice level. I want to do I guess that's slide as well. There's multiple slides, right? There's the slide in the ice level, you know, against the penguin, and then there's just the slide in the castle. We'll do both. The zoom ins are so funny. Do you need a short of like awkward angle highlights? Yeah, awkward angle highlights might be might be all right. Might be a good might be a good short, and the kind of short that would be pretty easy to put together with lossless cut. Just go through, identify each one, you know, awkward angle 1, awkward angle 2, awkward angle 3. Easy. And then just put them all together. Edit. Done. That's, we'll see. I feel like I'm not registering like half of them, personally. But, you know, if y'all are enjoying it, the weirdness, that's great. That's cool. Yeah, and I'll say that again, just to have something to, like, I already said, like, awkward angles, go! Awkward angle, short, highlight reel. Woo! Awkward angles! Highlight reel! Short thing! That's what you're watching now. It's not really. You're watching the real one. You're in the real one, folks. Don't you worry. There we go. I'll edit that as the start of that. And it'll be cool and good, and, I'll say, fuck knows when I'll get to it. I've just started working on the, rare playthroughs from last year. I'm starting to get shorts from Donkey Kong Country Game Boy Advance from 2025. So, that's fun. I'm way behind on all that crap. I could fast track this. This has a shelf life. This is most relevant today and getting less relevant with every month that passes since that Donkey Kong in Mario 64 trailer happened. I'll think about it. We'll see. There's just gonna be a whole playthrough, probably like, you know, 3 to 4 different streams. How long we've been going? About like an hour and a half? At the rate of like 25 per stream? We could probably get there in like 3 maybe. let's aim for like 3 or 4, I guess. That's what I'll say right now. We'll see. Honestly, any percent sounds pretty good to me right now, but you know, no guarantee as far as length or, you know, maybe later on I'll be so smitten that we'll just go and do more. We can just continue after we get 70 star. That is something we could do. Maybe I'll take a break. Maybe we'll like take a pause and then continue like after a week or something. You know, maybe take some time to do like PDYD randomizer, or I'm kind of interested in Rethawed, the mod for where's the last red coin? The mod. Oh, there it is. Let's go. I'm kind of interested in Rethawed, the mod for Tony Hawk's American Wasteland that adds in a bunch of custom characters, levels, etc. I want to do a stream of that sometime next month, so, you know, once we're like any percent style, maybe we'll take a break and do some streams like TTYD, randomizer, second go round, and some others before returning to complete this. We'll see. We'll think about it. Maybe that would be fun as a marathon thing. You know, like, this is the playthrough, and then, like, extra credits. You know, it'll be the final part. The final part will be the final part. And then, you know, on a day where I have, like, all day, we'll go as long as we can, and go as, get as much as we can. Slip sliding away, hell yeah. Go into here and we race the guy. Sliding is normal. Nothing has changed about sliding with Donkey Kong. You have to keep on top of the camera though, as you do. It feels good though. I'll say. I think I remember that being hard, but this is going great, and it's a piece of cake, really. It's a little difficult. Hey Chard, I see you're now in Twitch chat. Cool. You can be in both if you want. That's cool. Anyway, I've yet to get in touch with the realtor. The realtor hasn't, we haven't, like, signed papers or whatever, so that's, like, the next thing, I think, with the house hunt. And, like, you know, that'll give me the ability to maybe do some non-open house, again, do some non-open house, business. But, you know, I'm optimistic, and also now I know, like, you know, even if that one house that we saw was near perfect, you know, now I know, like, to look in that neighborhood and to keep an eye on, like, anything that goes up in the neighborhood in the next, like, couple months, you know. And honestly, there was one in that neighborhood we looked at right before, the almost perfect one, and if that one came down like 100K. Like, that would be, you know, that one, apparently, like, the thing about that one is, like, well, it has the shitty floors, it had not as good air conditioning, like 1 ton versus 3 ton at the perfect one. Like, if the price could come down far enough where those could be alleviated, it's like, yeah, I could do that, yeah. And then it's a fixer-upper, and then, you know, you put some money into, like, you know, I could copy a bunch of the things that were at that first place, right? Like, I don't know, like, how much those expensive ACs are, but if they had problems with the lesser AC, I could overkill just like that as well. You know, I could do floors, I could, you know, I can do all that crap. I can landscape. I can't landscape, but I can hire someone who can landscape. And, you know, I think I would, you know, I'll say, like, first off, it's giving me ideas as far as, like, Hey, let's use the shortcut. Shortcut is cool, and we like it. Hey, wow. Isn't the shortcut cool? Ah, it's always fun to see the shortcuts. And, get a 1-up, which makes up for the several that we lost. Nice. Cool. Gotta go outside to collect our reward. You had issues logging into Twitch in the past? Seem to have worked themselves out? That's really nice. That's really good. Cool! Let's go! I like that barrel he takes out every time. That is also real damn cool. That's also real damn good. Little penguin lost. So with little penguin lost, do I just go up here and grab him? Oh, penguin. I think you're standing on a ledge that I can't do. Can I throw the penguin off the cliff? Not if I want to win. Not if I want a golden banana. But yes, I could. Some of those, little awkward looking. His recoil, his head right into his body. Yeah, let's go get the fucker, and then we'll walk down. Nice. Yeah, you can absolutely throw that penguin off the cliff. I won't because I'm nice. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. Donkey Kong can hold the little fella in one hand. Oh, where'd he go? Stop walking. Stop walking back, friend. I'm grabbing the penguin. Of course you have to punch the penguin to grab him. That's how grabbing works. You know this. Everyone knows this. He looks cool as he's sliding down, penguin in hand. Donkey Kong could double fist penguins. Donkey Kong could double fist penguins. You should be able to get a second penguin in there and carry both of them. Alas, can I okay. You cannot ride a You cannot turf surf with a penguin. Penguin, where did you go? Did the penguin despawn? I guess that's what I get for trying to turf surf a penguin. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Cool that you can throw, that those projectiles work. That's something we should keep in mind. And, can we kill these snowmen using rocks? No. Well, some things are too tough. You need, like, warm weather to kill those guys, I guess. So anyway, going to, continue looking this weekend, I suppose. Keep an eye on Zillow, try to find places that I want to, check out. But, like, I have found so far that, like, I do like the Zero Lots neighborhoods, of which there are, like, I think 2 in the vicinity, so not very many. I also will say, just as, like, a note, I wouldn't mind, like, a smaller place than 3 bedrooms, you know? Or, like, you know, even a townhouse does have potential. But, like, in the Plano area where I'm at, or, like, north of where I'm at, which is probably where I'll end up, you know, who knows. There's not that many... 1, there's not that many townhouses. 2, there's not that many 2-bedroom houses. They just don't exist as a as a category, so, you know, odds are I'll find somewhere that has 3 bedrooms and just make it work for my purposes. You know, whether it means I end up like splitting up my stream room into 2 rooms, which would just be awkward from a wiring perspective. I'll say, you know, the computer has to connect to the... Is there like a wireless way to connect a USB hub, HDMI out, whatever, to like a PC? Wonder if that's like an option. That'd probably be bad for like signal. Also, like, if the PC that I stream from would be in one room, and, it'd be in, you know, I'd be in another room, like, that sort of latency maybe would be a problem. Or, alternatively, the PC in the stream room would just be, yeah. Am I considering distance to grocery stores and all that? Oh, grocery stores are everywhere. But yeah, I should consider... More than grocery stores, I'm considering, like, the distance to work. You know, I don't want to commute longer than, like, 30 minutes, realistically. And, honestly, if I could get it down to, like, 20, that's, even then, I would like it lower, you know? But yeah, I'm definitely considering factors such as distance to things. You know, the closer it is to an HEB, I think, in particular, the happier I would be. And there are a few HEBs that are, you know, nearby that would be the ones to, know the location of. Man, this little fucker's hard to pick up as DK. They're so small. No. No, no, no. I'm not going that way. No, siree. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, don't fall off. Don't fall off. Let me pick you up. Let me pick you up in my big, big, oversized hand. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Your ma's down there. Let's go meet her. Here's the star. Thank you, Penguin. the gold banana, I mean. It's nice how DK looks at the gold banana. That's just really good. That's just such a nice touch. You know, one of the thumbnails, at least one of the thumbnails of the series is going to be DK looking at a gold banana with, you know, iconic Mario 64 in the background. Do we want to do anything more here before we fight Bowser first time? Let's do one more. Let's do one more here. Big penguin race. Hell yeah. Also, oh, there was a thing I was wondering, which it would be now a good time to get an answer to. What happens if I turf surf down the slide? Can I turf surf down the slide? Oh, wait a minute. I can totally turf surf down the slide. Ah! It's kind of hard though. The camera is, Let's try that again. Second try. I want to try that again, seriously. Seriously, can you turf surf down the slide? Theoretically, yes. Practically, let's find out. Okay. Well, you can, to an extent. It's hard, and, also, I gotta keep up with the penguin. Okay, one more try there. One more try. Yeah, housing is I'm starting to figure it out. I'm starting to figure out what I want. Need to talk to the realtor. Need to start figuring out like what her role in this is and how she helps with the process. But I'm feeling okay. Feeling like I'm starting to understand. Can I start a turf surf while in the sliding position? No, I can't even. Oh! And what's more, that saved my ass, my dumb ass. You can, the instant you get some air. Also, you can do a roll mid-air as well. In the instant you're free of it. Okay, seriously, we got 0 lives. It's now or never. We'll find something else to do. Failing this one. Here we go, last try. Oh, I forgot to do the thing this time. It's fine. It's probably easier not to do the thing. Okay. What happens when you lose all the lives? I believe you just return to the very start. Yeah, that's what happens. It's not dramatic at all. Wait, can I get to the top and see, like, the Yoshi egg or whatever? Yes, I can. I can climb all over this fucking thing. I can get to the very top. Whoa! It's a... There's no hitbox up there! On the wrong side! Can I get out? Yes, maybe. What if I jump at the very top? It doesn't look like I could climb out of here. If I character select,
Let's go.
does that put me right where I was? Please excuse the. Yeah, it does. It doesn't like respawn me. Okay then. Oh, also I can recolor my Donkey Kong. We don't want that. We want default. Also, you can put pants on him as well. Get those pants off, DK. Yeah, no pants, no pants. It's fine. Let's see. Is there an option for, like, reset or something? You can mess around with character. And, oh, that only shows you, like, the default characters, though. Not like your, full selection.
Here I go.
What? Oh, that's Wario. Okay, what I need to do here is just, do stop posting, quit, post. There we go. It's fine, don't worry about it. It was a soft lock. That is true. That is what happened. Oh, hey, we can do Sky. Let's see what's up in the sky, and then let's fight Bowser. This will be like our, Wait, how do I first-person mode here? Here we go. We look right at Donkey Kong's butt. It's a rocket barrel jetpack. Oh, that's cool. I think that's a cool wing cap equivalent. I really like that. I'm not great at wing cap. This might take a few tries. That rules. I wonder what the other power-ups are. do the other power-ups in an edited together short of all the power-ups that Donkey Kong has. I don't think those were in the video that I saw on YouTube, so probably people would be like to see that. More shorts material. That might be, you know, gotta wait until I actually play the rest of the game and see the other power-ups. The other power-up, they're like later in the game, right? It'll probably be like a couple weeks before I can realistically even do such a short. And it would be fast-tracked, I'll say. I'll fast-track that shit as soon as possible for me to make. This shit hard. Nice. Look at this shit. Yeah, it's a rocket barrel. It is not like a Diddy Kong rocket barrel. It's like the rocket barrel that you ride in Returns and Tropical Freeze. That rules. Seriously, what are the other ones? Let's guess. Hang on, let's guess. Invisibility. Well, there's already invisibility. That's Chunky Kong's power. Do you think that your clothes remains visible, like with Chunky Kong's, ability? That'd be funny if that's how it worked. As far as Steel Donkey Kong, do you have to change that? You might not even have to change that. Maybe Steel is just what it is. That is my bet at present, but, you know, we'll see what happens later, later on, I'll say. I look, and then kinda hard to look up. Oh, I gotta hit up on the C-stick to, get into the looking up position. Okay, I got it. The best flying... Well, probably the more just, like, foolproof flying of, like, later 3D games where it's more just like, oh, you point in a direction and don't even worry about momentum and all that. It's foolproof. But I do like Banjo-Kazooie flying. I do like, that's, like, as near to foolproof as, like, these older games got. You know, back before, back in this era. You know, A to go up, ground pound to go down, I guess. If you want to. Pitch up and down, pretty intuitive, and pretty mellow. Bowser, first Bowser level, let's go. We actually have, like, twice as enough. We have, like, twice over what we need to do, Bowser, but I've been having a good time doing the, levels from the first such and such. And, I think I would like to go into the second area and do a bunch of those as well tonight. And then, we'll end on second Bowser, I guess. Let's, I'm just gonna say that right here and now. We've been going around, since 7:30. Nearly, like, an hour and a half, probably. I think that's, I think if we go to the second Bowser, that'll be a perfect length for a playthrough stream. Around about 3, maybe 4 hours. Maybe less, you know, hey, I don't know. I don't think we need, like, another... We probably don't need as many since we've gone over, you know, 8 in the first area. We're probably, like, a good way towards, the next one. But, yeah. And, you know, I've been having a good time, and, I hope y'all have, too. Hope y'all have been enjoying all this. Go, let's do it. Bananas, bananas, bananas. It's cool how the coins, except for red coins, are bananas. I'll say, small note to the creator of this, you could make it so that the red coins were green bananas. that would work. And that would be in line with the nature of green bananas, I would say. I guess the question is, would some people not recognize what a green banana was? You know, it's from DKC3. You know, maybe like less, if there's any DKC, original DKC that people skipped, it'd be the one that came out after the N64 came out. Is that a relative factor like 30 years later? Maybe. Also, it doesn't have like the most, there's a lot of people who don't love DKC3 as much. But I think it's great and everyone should play it. It's a different game than DKC2, a little bit more like puzzle oriented. But I would say that you can't top DKC2, so they were right not to try and to go in a different direction. And that's clearly what they did with partners like Ellie, who you know, you have to do water stuff with stuff where you have to find a barrel and throw a barrel at things. A lot more levels built around like throwing infinite barrels strategically to like clear a path or whatever. A lot more levels like that versus like your fast-paced, don't stop for nothing type levels that DKC2 is more of a, it's more DKC2's thing. Hey, can I like do a, what I should do is do this, then do a, oh! You really go. Okay. That makes you go fast. I should try to get the hang of that and pull up some bullshit by the end of this playthrough. But we can also just be cautious. I can also use the roll to get some extra distance midair. Remember that. Roll. Getting the hang of it, folks. Getting the hang of it, folks. So, yeah, housing is a struggle. It's gonna be a process. But, like, I am, you know, as hard as, like, owning a house is gonna be, and I'm sure as expensive as having to invest in it when things break will be, I am so tired of living in apartments. You know, one thing I'll say, you know, to go back what I was saying about, like, you know, my dad identifying, like, oh, you know, you don't really know when something's rough. You know, you're looking at the superficial stuff and not so much like, is it falling apart? Well, one, I need to learn about the superficial stuff, and or rather, you know, I have basic wants as far as like bathtub, as far as like visibility, layout, etc. But I'll admit, hey, I need to learn about like flooring and things of that nature that are less visible. And two, all the shortcuts that, you know, insofar as, like, should I do a house? Should I just, like, rent forever? All the shortcomings in a shitty, not taking care of house. Every apartment complex has all of those shortcomings and more. You know, every apartment complex is that, but to a degree that is ridiculous. Plus more shared walls than you can do with windows that, if they're thin as fuck and let noise through, you can never fix. Yeah. You live in an area where you can drink the tap water? I don't know. I don't know how good American water supply is. I think I saw in, like, wasn't John Oliver saying today that, like, American water supply is, like, an average of, like, D-, or, like, C- at tops, at max? I don't know that tap water is good wherever you go, but I have a purifier. I have a you know, water filter in my fridge, and if I were to get like the kind of fridge that had like a water dispenser, that's also fine, you know. I feel like at this point it's just better to be safe, and like I do like just the giant pitcher of water that you pour out of. Like, that just works pretty good for like, dispensing water now and again. I'm still excited. I'm still feeling good. I am like concerned just looking at a lot of floor plans and realizing like, okay, you know, in like a small, modest 3-bedroom house, right? The second and third bedroom are pretty small. So how is it going to serve as my stream setup room, as my streaming room? Here's something I was saying earlier. I think I got cut off. I think I didn't finish my thoughts, which was that, you know, I could just have it so that the stream room was computer only, or rather, no desk area, no monitor, just the TV, the preview monitor, and a computer connected to both of them. No way to use that computer at a desk. I feel like that would be wild, and I feel like I should probably have a more office-like office space. But, like, honestly, I think that'd be cool. Hey, one of the cool things about Bowser in this that you probably saw in the video, in the video that they had. You don't rotation. No stick rotation here. You just punch him, and it's good. Big Babam wasn't like that, but it is like that with Bowser, and I think that's great. Oh, you know what would be cool? It would be cool if we did like, what if we did, you know, 120 star would be a nice, like, long-term goal. Oh, the key was the key from Donkey Kong 64. Did you see that? The key was the key from Donkey Kong 64. Here's an idea for, like, after we finish 70 star. This is Super Mario 64 co-op, right? What if we did a stream and, like, some of y'all came in and played some other characters and we, like, cleaned out the last 50 stars or so collaboratively, like, as a treat, you know, after a full, honest-to-God playthrough as Donkey Kong. And then also we could play, like, some other characters like Peach or Rosalina or whatever and get their gimmicks in there. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so here's what it is then. This is a full, regular, any percent playthrough, 70 stars. And then after that, we'll come back later and we'll do some co-op to, like, get us up to 120. And, you know, I'll see who's down to join for that. If any of my friends are interested in doing some of that and being on stream, being on mic and all that, I think that'd be a fun finale for us. We go downstairs next, right? This looks way more odd than you imagined. It's cool, isn't it? Let's go. I believe we are now going into the second area, which could include Boo's mansion over there. Do you need the key to go into Boo's mansion? Or is it just like a star amount? I'm not sure, but that's open to us. Also open to us, more importantly, is the second major area. Let's do a bunch of the second major area tonight, and we will end when we have enough stars to get into the second star door, which is at 30 apparently. We'll aim for like 32, double what we have currently. We got like 15 in the first area. 30, 31, we'll go to around there, and I think that'll be where we end tonight, and we'll come back, you know, we'll come back next week with another installment, and we'll go to 70 star. Again, I'll just say what I said again, right before where the timestamp will go on the VOD. Talking to Toads is hard as Donkey Kong. He's so big. He's so big. Finding the right spot is difficult. That's not what I was gonna say. I'll say, we're going to do like a co-op. This is Mario 64 co-op, so we can absolutely do some co-op, and after we do any percent, we will do a big festive, everyone comes in, just a bunch of co-op, like multiplayer-wise, and get some other people, get some other characters going, and get to 120 that way. Okay, we don't get like a star from that one. Don't some of these guys have stars? Hey, this is MIPS. I saw an interesting video about MIPS. Speaking of interesting Mario 64 videos about about Mario 64. There's a video I watched the other day. It was good. Look it up. Apparently this rabbit is named Mips, and doesn't appear in any other game because well, one, it was the first model ever made for Mario 64. Jot that down. And two, the Mario Galaxy bunnies don't count. They're not the same character, apparently, or species, or whatever. This is technically a character, I believe, is what that video very much argues, and has a name which everyone knows, and it was made in honor of, like, the file format or something. Alright, Mips, you gotta stop, you gotta get in my hand! Get in my hand! Depends on when. We'll see, yeah. If you're down for that, Trainer Derek, I'd love to have you. I'd love to have any of y'all who are friends of mine. We should coordinate and figure out a nice time. Like if y'all are good on like a Sunday or something, you know, a day off, weekend, something like that. That'd be nice. Of course, I do have to schedule around personally, you know, house hunt stuff. Can I roll into this guy? What if I... Man, the rock noise is louder. Then, there we go! Can't remember the last time you watched a Master DS multiplayer stream. We did one for Fortnite. The first time I played Fortnite was the last time I had guests on, which was fun. I did realize after watching that, was I there? No, that was Rock Party and I think Trebucket was also there on mic. I did realize after watching that after that stream that the, you know, my mic is far and away the best mic of all of our mics. Damn, you fuck with some Fortnite? Well, I like Fortnite as well. I've been doing more just after that stream, I got way into just like doing it single player and not even like paying that much attention, really. Wait, what's the shell? What's the shell? This kind of counts as a... Oh wait, no, it's not a shell, it's just the... I thought it was gonna be a shell, wasn't it? Isn't it a shell usually? What is that? Teleport. Where the hell am I? Yes, it's a good thing you smoked, it's a good end of day, tired, and I smoke game. Fortnite is. Gotcha, yeah. It's a good, just like, not gonna think about it, just going to relax and play. I enjoy it in that capacity as well. I haven't been playing that much of it, recently, though. I've been more doing the Overwatch recently. And, I will say, by the way, this season kind of sucks from what I can see. Bugs Bunny is the only thing that's any good in the pack. They also have, like, Can't Believe It's Not Arthas in there, who I believe is an original character. You can't stick with hero shooters either. Oh, I'll say I'm not. I love hero shooters, one, but two, I'm not really like playing it with like a group or anything. I'm just having fun and playing mystery heroes idly. Recently for the stream that I did, I turned off the chat, and I'll say I have not turned it back on. I think I enjoy playing Overwatch no chat, and no voice chat either, of course. Just no contact whatsoever. Just the way the Lord intended it. You know, nature is healing when you can't hear anyone else while you enjoy your mystery heroes. I had an amazing game the other day. I went like 22 kills, 3 ults worth with Junkrat. It was amazing. And I did, during that game, I did some incredible crack shots. Like, there was a whatchamacallit, a Reaper running around behind us. I throw my mine, pop him into the air, and just like, you know, grenade launcher up, bang, you know, dead on. Just like, dead center, you know, hit him dead on, boom, he's dead. That feels so good to nail someone quick and fast with Junkrat. You know, Junkrat, Torbjorn, in addition to being characters whose kit I love dearly, I also just have their kits on lock. You know, I basically know their weapons. I'm very experienced with them. You know what I mean? Like I can fucking nail any enemy with those no one's business. Meanwhile, there's some more basic weapons that, you know, on some of the newer heroes or whatever, where like I don't know, something about the projectile speed, etc. This is Donkey Kong's like best suited, one of the best things that Donkey Kong can do, which is just punch a dude. He's really good at that in this game and otherwise. Ooh, that was a nice little golden banana. Oh, I just realized something. The way that you ride on like a shell, can you turf surf on lava? You turf surf on lava here? Ow, ow, ow. Turf surf on lava! Yeah! But don't crash. That feels good. I suppose this is exactly the same as like Mario, with the shell, but it still is, it's free and you can do it wherever. And I like that a lot. This, rules. Bullies are a cool enemy. I think, here's what I think, as I punch these guys, out of commission. I think bullies are the best enemy that Mario 64 came up with. I think they're the best enemy. I guess they don't usually have this design. Like in like 3D World, they have a completely different design. Some of the other games, they've been redesigned entirely. But regardless of the particulars, one of the best things the Mario 64 introduced. Bar none. Thwomps. Thwomps are better. Shit. No. I'm wrong. Thwomps. I can't forget about thwomps. The thin ones, not the crushy ones, you know. From the fortress. Not womps. Second best. Second best is not bad. There's thwomps and there's womps. Womps are the ones that crush you. The thwomps are the ones that are you know, thin and tall and go like maybe they all go but yeah, it's always fun when you can just turf surf across the lava. Let's go. I mean, it's a good level in any case, but this makes it extra fun. Where's this log? Oh, hang on. Am I going to be able to shortcut this? Not like that. Gotta be more careful. Gotta be more careful. Here we go. Shortcut. Shortcut. I think I'll be able to shortcut this. I just got to, instead of using the log, I'll turf surf. That feels good. I like that. Turf surfing is good. I like it. It is just like the shell, but you can use it wherever. But, that's good. That's powerful. And Bananza's a great game. Let's do desert. Time to do some deserts. Change of pace and all that. I need a drink. Let me drink some water before we get into In the Talons of the Big Bird. Oh, water is good. Yeah, indeed. We can turf surf again across quicksand. We can turf surf across quicksand. Turf surf! Turf surf rules! Turf surf rules! Yeah! This is great. I'm having a great time tonight here, folks. I hope you are too. I've never been the big fan of this game, but the hacks and the stuff definitely does like add some additional quality of life and things of that nature, as well as all the extra additional powers that I have as dog. Look at that pose. That's very funny to me. It is really helping me have a lot of fun here tonight, and this was exactly as good as an idea as I thought it was a month ago when we had the idea live on stream. What's this one? What are we doing now? Zelda mod? Ooh, that's a good question. I betcha. You know, look up on the website which ones exist. I betcha some of those already exist. Oh, we need to get on top of the pyramid. Okay. That's very easy to do when we can turf surf. Oh, it's so easy to do when we can turf surf. I couldn't even finish my fucking sentence there. Turf surfing, turf surfing, turf surfing. All right. Let's head down into the pyramid then. There. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This is as delightful as I wanted it to be, and that's great. I am as delighted as I expected to be. I'll say, as far as other games go, I haven't played that much Pokopia since the last stream. Honestly, I've been busy with house hunting, and then yesterday, I spent like a couple hours clipping up, doing my short form thing that I do. You know, going through old VODs and clipping them up. I went through like the 10-hour Simpsons Hit and Run stream. I was kind of in a Simpsons mood. And then I also went through the first DKC GBA stream, which also went really quick. I think my new process is going to save me a lot of time in the future and hopefully lead to me catching up quicker than I did. What did you stream Hit and Run off of? Oh, I just used my original GameCube copy. I didn't like do the modded version of that. Though I will say, having just gone through that stream again, I did at the time say it would be a great idea to go back and like check out the mods and check out like, you know, they got like custom maps of like Futurama and Shelbyville and things of that nature in there. That does sound amazing, and at some point that would be a really fun thing to go look at. I don't know like how directionful that is as a stream, unless there's missions to also do. Is it just driving around going like, oh, neat? And, how much is that content-wise? But, I think that would be neat. Maybe it could be even maybe if it's just, you know, look at the stuff. Maybe it could even be a short stream. Maybe it could just be like an hour of just like, look at this, look at that, look at this thing. And then, that's good for people who like a short VOD. You know, if there's not that much to see, that's fine. Oh, can I not climb on the top there? Can I not monkey bar climb? Oh, yes, I can. Wait, but it seems like it might be awkward here. Like we might be too big. We might be like passing over it or something. Yeah, what? Is it just that slow? Is it just that slow to climb? Well, you know what? I don't have to deal with this. What is going on here? Did you just see a ghost of Donkey Kong pass through the thing and fall and then return back to where he was? That is what happened, right? Yes, I believe so. That's weird. That shouldn't happen. I'm sure it's just the weirdness of this particular, you know, thing. I'll say that stream was pretty good. That hit and run stream was pretty fun. Oh God, can I even fit back here? Is there room for me? Yes. It doesn't really look like it, but there is. Nice. Okay, cool. That's probably too short for, even for short form. If I continue dilling Lily, it'll be long enough. And, do people enjoy meta commentary in their short form content? Let's hope so. Let's hope so. This is a mod where I'm playing as Bananza from Donkey Kong, Bananza. Donkey Kong Bananza. Donkey Kong, as if from Donkey Kong Bananza, but in Mario 64, Coop DX. That's what this is, if you have absolutely zero context watching a short form. We've gone way above how long a good short form. I've gone way too long now for that follow-up joke. I think the joke is over. First jump up. I can just climb. I can just climb. Ooh. I could have just climbed the whole time, actually. That's good. That's good. Let's stand tall on 4. He pooped a ghost. He did poop a ghost. That is what happened. That was some ghost poop. That accurately describes what happened. Do I have to, like, stand up there or something? Woo. I love the DK64 sound effects mixed in. Yeah, they're good sound effects. Right, yes, I need to, not climbing the whole time until almost falling was a flex. Yeah, totally. I didn't just forget that I could do that. I didn't do that. I need to remember, I have all these great abilities, including, like, the mid-air roll, which is pretty, sick, including, like, the ability to climb. Islands, could have gone better. I was pretty busy with the short form work over the weekend, as well as the house hunt. I haven't been playing that many other games, which means that I haven't played much Pokopia recently. I've been, like, building out some houses and I'm still just in the rocky shore. I've still just only gotten to the second zone there, which is it's a cool zone, but you know, there's still people make it sound like that game is massive. People who are farther ahead in Pokopia than me, how many zones are there? Like, is it like 5 zones? Is it like 6 zones? I've seen 3. I haven't gotten a new ability since the stream that I did night 1 in the first 3 hours. Should I look up, like, a guide and figure out, like, okay, I need to talk to, like, someone with hype or something, or, like, you know, can I get, like, a fire move, or... I think I could get fly. That's a thing. I need to find a doll to get Dream Islands, I think. There's a bunch of stuff that I need to do there. I haven't, Oh, DK looks, sad there. I need to figure out what I can do. And, like, how to efficiently spend my time. I've seen the creations that people have made in that game, and it is just, you know, kind of humbling of, like, oh, I've barely cleaned up my front yard, basically, in Pokopia, and y'all have just demolished the front yard and made a, you know, Zora's Domain or whatever. You've made, like, people have made, like, actual marvels, you know, like, wonders of the world, amazing crap, and, Now, let me say, I'm pretty goddamn impressed by all that stuff. I have not found the time for it. I've also not played any Mugenics recently. That game is just such a commitment to go into. You know, every time I want to play it, it's just like, you know, I just think, you know, not that it's bad or anything, but just like, I just think, I don't know if the run is going to go good. It's gonna take like an hour or two, and you know, it's hard to get like you know, to find the time, find the energy, etc. Meanwhile, it's very easy to just go like, Overwatch, Mystery Heroes, let's go, 1 match, okay, maybe 2, how about 3? As soon as I stop getting matches that I'm really happy with, oh crap, I'm now on a losing streak. That's not good. Well, now I have to get one that's good. And then I can quit. With these pillars, what the fuck do I have to do here? I thought that you ground pounded. Is this supposed to like, or like collect the coins or something? Is this supposed to do something when you ground pound? I can charge my slap up, I guess. I don't know if these are counting, and I don't think I can do... I don't know that I can do an actual regular ground pound as Donkey Kong. I don't think that's in his moveset, other than the one that's on the basic attack button. You know, the equivalent of punching down in Bananza. How about we move on from that from now? That's a good level, but there's 2 other good levels in this area. I say there's 2 other good levels. There's 2 other levels in this area. I'll say, can I just say, probably a pretty popular opinion, not the biggest fan of Hazy Maze Cave. If I were to do a tier list of the levels in Mario 64, Hazy Maze Cave, that's F tier, isn't it? I don't know, maybe some would say that no level in 64 is F tier, come on, but I'm less charitable. This place is confusing. I mean, it's literally called a maze. It's literally called a maze. I like it less than, other levels in good, 3D platformers. I like it less than, here's an infamous one. Grunty Industries. I like Grunty Industries more. Certainly I know Grunty Industries better than Hazy Maze Cave. Where are we even going? Swimming Beast in the Cavern. I don't know how to get there. This might be a level where realistically we wait until, you know, we can tag team this before we do a whole bunch. This haze is poison. That guy needs to get punched. Do we get the, power up here in Hazy Maze? I forget how that works as far as the other power-ups go. I have no idea where I am. I have no idea where I'm going. But I guess, hey, as Donkey Kong, I can climb up some of these walls and maybe save myself an auto-scroller. I don't know. Maybe? Maybe. Question mark. Maybe? Question mark? Yeah. This is the red coin room. There's probably red coins in the blocks. I don't think we can save a thing here. This is the room we were in earlier. I think this is the room we were in earlier. It's a fucking cave, man. What can I tell you? Maybe we should go ghost it up in Ghost Town now, or do some more Fire Zone. I like the Fire Zone. Or I could figure out how to get another golden banana from the desert. Does Turf Surf help with the Hazy Maze Cave? No, it doesn't. You still are slowly dying from the gas. The mole killed me! I don't really like that level. Let's go somewhere else. I think it's a good time to go ghosting. I think it's a good time to go to Ghost Mansion. We could also just real quick, like, there's, this room here. We can do this race real fast. We need, like, 5 more until we can do Bowser. Second Bowser, so, we'll do some from Ghost, and we'll think about later, like, where else we should go. What else we should do, etc. I do wonder sometimes, you know, with the amount of time, by my insistence of getting as much content out of old streams as possible, rather than, say, you know, mainlining. I'll say, part of the thing that makes my process of getting short-form content time-consuming is the fact that I don't just settle for, okay, get like 1 or 2 shorts per stream. Instead, I just try to get as many as I possibly can without leaving anything on the table. It's, I don't like the idea of just, like, there was good content there, I left it behind. I don't like the idea of that. So, I just go in all heavy, I get as much as I can, and, you know, go through the whole damn thing, usually. So if I were to prioritize, it would be faster, but, I like getting as much, material as possible, many shorts as possible, and then, you know, I have my pick of the litter when it comes to actually posting the damn things. I think, if I ever retire from streaming, if I ever were to, pass, or otherwise go into, cryogenic sleep, I feel like it'd be fun if just, like, every short I ever made got, either posted at once, or, you know, otherwise. I don't know. I will say that I use the scheduling feature to, like, highlight, you know, to, like, put them on top of the list. And, as a result, if I do get incapacitated, it is possible, like, in 100 years, you'll see, like, the shorts that I intend to post, like, tomorrow suddenly get posted. You know, if 2099 rolls around, I tend to put the ones that are fast-tracked for, like, the next day, at, like, scheduled for 2099, and then I post them manually the next day. So that'll be fun. Hey, maybe YouTube won't even be around then. That's very sad to think about. Or maybe a random glitch will post them all before that happens. I don't know. Anyway, my new process is great, I'll say. And one of the things that is, like, low-key really good, just for, like, the convenience factor, is that I'm putting a lot more off into, like, editing, right? So in a case where it's like, okay, I know I'm gonna make a short of this level. It's very easy using the new process to just go like, okay, here's the 10 minutes that the level took. That's it. That's all I need to do. Identify the start, identify the end, I'll edit it later. Get it vertical, and then deal with that later. And that means, that really shortens the amount of time I spend in that initial phase, like, finding the things, you know, I'm not doing any editing, really, during that first phase, and that, lowers the thing. I'll also say I did just set up Davinci. I mentioned that I've been switching over to Davinci, right? I got it. Yeah, I did mention earlier that, is this the music that's in the original game? It kind of reminds me of the music that's in Ocarina of Time. They didn't switch this out, did they? This isn't like a, Coop DX special, right? This is so Ocarina of Time windmill. What the hell? Is this just what windmill music is to, like, the Japanese? I didn't know that was such a thing. Windmill music. Oh, it's like a merry-go-round? Oh, maybe that's... merry-go-round music is a thing. That is kind of merry-go-round-like. I guess the windmill is spinning like a merry-go-round spins. Is that the logic? I guess that's the logic. I never understood that. Why that guy hung out in the windmill and played, music. Maybe he was referencing, you know, rides for children. Carousels. Is there anything we do in this room? Man, first-person view is not very useful in this, using this custom character. Ooh, boy. It's just, you're just right up there. Just right up there. Blocking the entire screen. The big lad with a, you know, he's a big fella. Donkey Kong is. What I was gonna say, before getting sidetracked into the minutia of, like, Come on. What was that? I'll just climb up then, I guess. I'm a big, strong Kong. I can climb up faster than the lift can go anyway. Cool. Oh, camera. Thank you, camera. And this is, on a ghost hunt. Okay. Well, it's probably not down there. For now. I'll say... I do sometimes wonder, you know, as much time as I have to spend working on the short-form content, I feel like it's ended up with me, like, doing less and less of just, like, the other content that I want to do. You know? Less and less of just, like, playing games and like, watching stuff. Not that I don't watch tons of stuff. I watch tons of stuff. Oh, this is like a reject zone. We fall down here when we fail. Okay. I didn't realize that was the function of this. I get it now. I understand. Okay. I spent so much time working on all this crap, and yet, like, as far as, like, interesting, relatable things to talk about, like, learning to use Davinci isn't one of them. You know what I mean? Just like, ooh, my render time for rendering, like, 40, Simpsons Hit and Run shorts, probably with, like, half of them being any good, realistically. I should probably cull, like, half of them. You know, the process for getting those all rendered, well, it's pretty quick now. You can do it, in fact, I did it before the stream started. I did all of them before the stream started, and it wasn't difficult. And then I watched the latest episode of Golden Kamuy, which is ending next week. It's on its second to last episode. Golden Kamuy sure is ending well. I'll say. You know, I want to say, Golden Kamuy, I'm fucking impressed with how... Is there a limit to the number of videos you upload? No. I think I currently got, like, hang on, I need to use my mouse to, deny a bot. Don't kill me while I'm paused, enemies. Thank you. Damn it! No, there's no limit to the amount of videos that you can post on YouTube, which is pretty extraordinary, really. And I'll say, like, if anyone is a Twitch streamer that doesn't archive their, or is thinking they might ever want to archive their crap, you can just export your videos and leave them private, and they'll let you do it. It's free. You could just have, like, a whole hundreds of hours of private video if you want to. I probably have like 600 private shorts ready to go. I'll be honest, they are probably realistically the dregs of the shorts, so, like, you know, not like the best ones or nothing. I tend to prioritize the best ones, but, you know, there's definitely some good ones in there, still, that I haven't, posted. You know, I post ones that are pretty old all the time, and sometimes they do surprisingly well, and I go, oh shit. Okay, that was a good one, actually. Here, don't you have to, like... Do you have, like, backflip into the thing? Maybe that's for a later thing. Maybe that's for later. I think you go through a bunch of rooms in the main area, but we can just climb up and shortcut it to a, good degree. I'll say, the more confusing a, Mario 64 level is, I think the less I like it, generally. Wow, there's like a crypt here. This is also pretty, Ocarina Zelda-y. I don't think tombstones are very Mario, honestly. I gotta say, that's not very Mario to me. Not very Mario to me. Pretty sure we're looking to... Are we trying to get... We're not trying to get red coins yet, right? We're trying to get through, like, a hidden wall or something. I mean, I guess ghost house are always confusing. That's sort of the nature of a ghost house in a like, Mario World or whatever. Are they confusing in 3 as well? I forget. I wish I could spend more... I should spend more time playing the games that everyone's playing, rather than, like, hustling on my, you know, side hustle. The boring part of my side hustle, which is just the hard part. Streaming is easy, and streaming is just so fun. The only problem with streaming is that every stream that I do, you know, I'm essentially just making more work for myself in the future. I'm making more future work by having fun moments and stuff. By having fun, by having a good time, I'm just making extra work for myself in my free time. You know, I also do have a very, I have a full-time job and all that, and that's a whole thing as well. That's, the whole, you know, full-time job. That's a lot of work. But, you know, that's how the bills get paid. That pays the bills, full-time job does. You know? I would love it if streaming could pay the bills. But, like, you know, that's like... For a streamer to pay the bills, that's not like top 1 percentile. That's like top 1 percentile of top 1 percentile. You know, that is just... You don't do that unless you're, you know, very, 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 very orders of magnitude lucky. And even those who have, like, you know, orders of magnitude more than me, you know, even they don't pay bills all their own. Even they have, like, 3 or 4 projects that all collectively pay the bills, you know? These books look suspicious. And even, like, bills-wise, you know, once I get a house, it's like, okay, bills going up. So, I really seriously need to keep engineering jobs. And, you know, into the foreseeable future, you know. And, whatever happens with the economy, whatever happens with, oh, nice. There's, was that the one we were looking for? If the short-form content is too much, cut it. Totally or sporadically reduce, just stream because it's more fun. That's your tip. I mean, I will say I do get satisfaction from seeing, putting up a short and having it do good numbers. I do. I do get satisfaction from making good content there. I don't know that necessarily I'm burning out. It's just very time-consuming. And I'm looking down the barrel of, like, 140 streams that haven't been clipped up. You know? Like, that is, an insurmountable pile right there. I don't know if it's even possible to catch up to a pile that big, you know? Like, how would I do it? I got a full-time job. Games I want to play. And dozens of anime to watch. I still manage to do... You know what I'll say? I'll say I'm managing to do everything I want to do. Really. Like, I'm totally not failing to do the stuff. It's just, you know... There's things I would love to do. There's things I'd love to have. It'd probably be a good idea to exercise at all. It'd probably be a good idea to, like, you know, you know, I'll say, like, I just went to my cousin's wedding, and, like, every time I see my cousins and, you know, see, like, oh, crap, you know, this isn't, like, 5-10 years ago, where, like, there was only two long-term couples. It's like, yeah, everyone, all my cousins are settling down, and they all seem very happy. And that kind of makes me go like, oh, geez, you know, clock's a ticking. But also, I don't know, with my fucking life, like, with the amount of anime that I watch, I don't know. Like, how would that fit into, I don't know how I would do the things I would want to, you know, I would love to meet someone, you know, that would be interesting. Maybe, you know, I'll say, like, I do love going to theme parks and stuff. That's like, you know, I could, you know, that's like if I could find someone who was, like, cool and chill, just, like, you know, most of the time, just, like, whatever, and then occasionally, like, blew it out big style for theme park stuff, I feel like that would be a good person for me. In theory. But, like, I'm not currently spending the time to look for that. I feel like dating apps are not really designed to work. They're designed to be like, you know, if there's anything I feel like I've gotten more burnt out with, it's like dating apps, you know? It's just like every time I fuck with them, it's just like, okay, this seems like a machine built to either extract your money or burn you out. And, you know... not really, I don't know that they really work for me. You know, need a different way to meet people. Theme parks, that's the answer. I need, like, that Mickey Mouse Connect or whatever. What's that Mickey Mouse dating site? I mean, as I'm a Universal head, but I'm sure it would be for theme park fans of all sorts. I need, like, theme park dating as, like, the, cornerstone of my strategy. That needs to be the thing. Of just like, yeah, I'm a theme park guy. I like going to theme park vacations. Other than that, like, yeah, I'm not interested in, much else as far as, I don't know, traditional dating fare. I'm not really big at, like, a fancy restaurant. I'd rather just eat really good chain food or whatever. You know. Like, I'll say, I do eat out a lot, but I'm, you know, probably a rare fella, where I'm, like, perfectly happy and perfectly content just going alone and having good food. Like, it's simpler then. You can listen to you can watch your videos, you can watch your YouTube while you eat. It's nice. And also, like, it's better than, like, you know, what, are you supposed to, like, make your own food every time you're not, doing anything socially? Get out of here. That's dumb. You know, that's not how I live. And I like some alone time, as well. You know, definitely during the wedding, like, a week or a week and a half ago, definitely when, like, the party was going, you know, I could stream for, like, 6-10 hours, no problem. But, like, a big, loud room full of people for, like, 3-4 hours, and I'm just like, okay, I'd like to, oh, wait a minute. The whole goal of this mission is just to find your way up to the roof using this door. And because Donkey Kong can climb... Wait a minute. Because Donkey Kong can climb... There, now I can edit it out of order and make up for the fact that I was talking about being about male pattern loneliness, the male loneliness epidemic. Now I can edit it such that it's contiguous. I could just climb up there and get it, can't I? Can't I? Well, actually, can I? Can I? It's a little difficult, but it's not that bad. It's yeah, that was a close-up. That's another close-up. We were lost there for a while, but now we're found. Oh, I think that might have been a different star anyway. Technically. Is there another one on the roof up there? Yeah, that was Big Boo's balcony. Your wife and you do a lot of parallel play type stuff when the social battery is low. Yeah, that sounds good, you know. I definitely, you know, if I were in a relationship, if I would still be watching as much anime as I currently watch, ideally. But like, what if we have different tastes in anime? Definitely, you know, I don't know how that works as far as like scheduling goes. Like, if my life is already pretty much fully booked, you know, I can't imagine like that sort of relationship. When I get a dog, that's gonna be another relationship I have to book up and figure out like, okay, time-wise, how the hell does this work? What's in that block? I want to find out what's in that block before I leave this endeavor. You know, I'm sure that, like, there's plenty of people like me, and a lot of people that are in, you know, who have found the person that is, for them, in, their person type. And I wouldn't mind that, you know, and I do look at, my age and go, like, 36, and, you know, this year, and go, like, ooh, I should probably have gotten on that. I don't know. Hey, maybe when I get a house, that'll be a big selling point. Like, look, financially stable. I mean, I do stream, like, a lot during my free time, but that doesn't affect my solvency. Like, I'm as solvent as you can be for a single dude. Which, you know, is still not, you know... I feel like I'm as solvent as you can be for a single dude, as a software engineer and all, you know... But still, it's not great out there in the world where just like, yeah, you know, basically to get a house, other than outside of a few lucrative professions, you need to have 2 people and 2 salary earners. And I think that's fucked up, you know. I definitely like look back like 50 years or whatever. You know, I think of Homer Simpson, sole breadwinner. I think of, like, you know, there's the streamer Dan Reichert, who I like a lot, and I will say, like, a thing that I think about sometimes is that his dad, like, single mailman, had a house until he sold it accidentally, or something relatively recently, but it used to be that mailmen could afford houses on their own, you know? And now, software engineers have to go like, oh, I don't know, this is gonna be, ooh, dicey. You know? Like, it's all manner of fucked up. Something ain't right. And, what is this? Oh, it's a 1-up. Well, maybe we can go inside and see if there's, anything interesting we can access from this, from over here. From the other side. And of course, during this this near term, I am going to have to house hunt, and that's gonna be a whole fucking thing, of course. But you know, I'll find time, and I'll find time for the streams I want to do here and there as well, and no, we'll definitely try to make sure I'm still doing all the things I want to do. You know, there's a million streams I want to do. Finding time for them is difficult. Having time is difficult. I didn't say it wasn't worth it. I didn't say I don't want to do it. Oh, and also I will say, as far as cuts, I am cutting one thing, which is that Twitch clips are done. And Twitch isn't getting any more of the content. It's not worth... lossless cut is just a lot easier than scrubbing through on Twitch. And faster as well. And I'm not gonna like go back and make Twitch clips of the stuff that I scrub using lossless cuts. I did that for Eugenics, just like up front, and I think those are the last I'll ever make. Twitch clips are a dead end, and no one cares about them. No one watches them, and, you know, I kind of already have plenty on the channel. If someone does a clip shout-out, they'll get an old one. Unless y'all make them, which, hey, you know, feel free. Feel free to make a clip. It's now more likely for y'all to get them, but when a clip shout-out happens, because, I'm not making hundreds of them anymore. Like, I do feel like part of the thing that made my process slow previously was the fact that I was, also making, like, dozens of, Twitch clips at the same time. You know, and trying to have Twitch clip be, like, the raw materials. Especially when a moment happens over the course of, like, 10 minutes. Like, using Twitch clips to find each individual moment of that is just inefficient. And I'm hoping my new process is, just beats the hell out of that, you know? And honestly, I'm happy, you know? I do feel like I could find better software that, like, made the, you know, made Davinci work a little bit more conveniently for the purpose of, like, turning vertical into horizontal. But I'm learning, and I'm basically already figured out all I need to know to, like, get the job done. It's a big involved process that I'm spending too much time on. You know, it's that thing where it's like, it's not relatable, you see. You know, it's like... Isn't there, like, a Norm Macdonald bit where he's talking about how, like, doing stand-up, and he's talking about, like, oh, you know, when you do a lot of stand-up, or that's not Norm Macdonald, that's Stuart Lee. There's a bit where he's like, yeah, I got nothing relatable. All I do is, like, watch Scooby-Doo and, my boy or whatever. So anyway, Scooby-Doo, you know, his big, Scooby-Doo bits. That's a very funny bit of stand-up, but, it is a serious problem if, like, your life just doesn't resemble a typical life. Just like, what the hell are you gonna talk about when you get in front of people? And you talk about the house hunt, you talk about, the videos you've been watching. I talked about a bunch of stuff tonight, off the cuff, you know, but, still talked about it. I will say, by the way, I think we need to probably kill all the booze to get the thing. All of them? How many are all of them? I have no idea, but I think that's the gimmick of this particular bit. We should go to a better level after we get one more star here. I'm not a big fan of this one, honestly. And you can see how lost and confused I am. Very lost and confused. I probably should go up to the second level now. I think I checked every fucking door here. Yeah, this is also on a pretty low tier. I would put this on F tier with Hazy Maze Cave. I think it might be better than Hazy Maze Cave, you know, at least it has a layout that you can kind of grok. But also, it is like Hazy Maze Cave, trying to be a confusing mess of a level. Oh wow, we came in through the back door there, through the bookcase side. Interesting that you can, not hard to do at all. Not hard in the least. Why can't you do that normal style? What's stopping you? Maybe, like, the door doesn't open or something, or... Oh, maybe that jump is supposed to be pretty hard to, do. Oh, is it that ghost thing on the wall? Do I, like, have to jump into that or something? Might need to jump into that or something. I will say there was an option to, like, make this more, Odyssey-like, I think, and have it be, like, contiguous. But I did feel like it'd be best to keep this, like, Mario 64 style and, leave the level in between, things. Just to say, there is an option for that, but I wanted this to be Mario 64 as Donkey Kong, not to, get too divergent, too different from what it is, you know? I didn't want to change it too much, but maybe I should. I heard ghost. Are they getting closer when they're doing their laughs? I don't know. Probably having the invisible thing would help as well. We can go down to the basement, right? That's like a thing we can do. Let's get out of here. Now, the more levels where we don't get anything means that there'll have to be more levels later on where we have to get everything. But I am lost, confused, and I don't know where to go. And if I could get 2 more coins, 2 more red coins, that would do it, but the fuck knows where those are. I feel like I've checked every door. Terrible level design. I mean, it's a ghost house. It's supposed to be confusing, but you know, if you had grown up, if I had grown up with this, I bet I would know it like the back of my hand. I mean, I will say, I did play this for the first time when I was 14. If I had played this as much as Banjo-Kazooie, let's say, for sake of example, I would know where I was going and what I was missing, but I don't, so I'm lost and confused. Maybe there's another red coin over here. Man, the rock noise is louder than everything else in here, isn't it? I think they make people confused no matter how old they are, younger or older. 06i. I would say that this is better level design than Hazy Maze Cave, where I don't even know where I am. But it is terrible mission design, and I do wonder, just in terms of like level, world, tier list, etc. Like, is there a distinction there? You know, is there like this is a good world with a bad star, or is, you know, it a good world? Is it a bad world? Full stop. Up to interpretation, I think. I don't like it. I think is where I land there. I don't like it very much. I mean, I have some spatial memory. I'm going in rooms and going like, oh yeah, that room. I think like if you go like around semicircular. You think we've killed all these guys? Maybe maybe you kill all the guys and you come down here and another ghost attacks you. That's my working theory. Looks like no. Okay, what the hell? Go on a ghost hunt. I can Google. Go on a ghost hunt. That's what it's called, right? And I get IGN guide, okay. You have to defeat 5 boos. Below are 3 doors you should use in the lobby to find each boo. Okay, so there's only 5 of them. I think we've seen most of them then. I think we've done most, all of them. There can't be that many boos left. I had the right idea. It's also a shame, just like conceptually, you know, this is like a thing of like these early games, right? These early platformers. It is a shame that like once we're like good and ready to go, once we finish this, we will leave our red coins behind. And our coin count as well. Maybe I should have modded it. Maybe next time we'll allow ourselves to make it more Odyssey style, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's see. We got the guys behind the house. What's this? Why is it bouncing? This just has coins in it, right? Yeah, or, sorry, bananas. It just has bananas in it. After this, we'll go looking for something better to do. I think we've seen the levels that are available now. Something's up with those pillars. That might be a thing where just, since Donkey Kong can't ground pound in the desert level. But we might be able to go to other levels in the desert level and do other stuff there. And like get, you know, not other levels, but get the bananas early, you know, out of order. This room's done. There's the room where you run across the platforms. Did I do that one? It does seem empty. Are they all from the lobby? Wasn't there a piano? Oh, there's a red coin, by the way. And also a ghost. And I fell! Yay! I will say, I think I said half of it earlier. But, next, Friday stream, you know, the next stream is gonna be on Friday. Viewer levels. I, postponed the, your hands know where they are, but not your brain. That's, makes sense. I will say, I canceled the Mario Wonder stream that I was going to do initially. So the next stream will be on viewer levels on Friday. 2 reasons for that. One, it's mostly multiplayer, and I feel like, oh, god damn it. Whatever, I'll climb. One, it's mostly multiplayer, and I feel like, I'm not the person to get to do a stream of that and make it, like, interesting. I could probably do, like, 30 to 40% of that, DLC properly. Maybe more if we get, like, some viewers in. But, also, there's, like, 5 anime, maybe 6 ending on Thursday. And I would like to finish them so I can talk about them on Friday. And give my final review and all that, final impressions, all that. So, kind of have a lot of, like, stream-related, prep to do for Friday. And, well, it just makes sense to, oh, Big Boo's coming. That was the last one. Shame about the red coin key. The red coin one. Oh, cool, that opens, way up to the top now. I think I will play some Wonder off stream, you know, I'll try to play a little bit of it, so I'll be able to talk about it on Friday, but I'll probably do so while watching anime, I guess. I don't know. I tend to play stuff while watching stuff, even subtitled anime. I've, gained the skill from that. I've spent a lot of time perfecting that skill, unfortunately, and now I can multitask like no one else. Is there anything good else in this thing? Ride Big Boo's merry-go-round. I know where that is. Man, let's maybe get an easy one here. Except for Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, some you really have to pay attention to. You know, I feel like the better a show is, the more I pay full attention to it. And the more I'm just shaking my head, the more I'm just like, okay, well, excuse me while I make some Pocopia. But yeah, I'll probably be able to do some and have like initial impressions. But here we go. We're finally doing this area. All right. I'll say, now that we're done with that first mission, and we're to some missions where you just like punch boos and get a big boo to appear for free, I'm feeling a lot more positively about this level. I think this is a good level with a really bad first banana star. You know, it's usually a star. You know this. But really, it is probably just like C, B tier tops. You know, I think it's better than F tier, but I understand it layout-wise. You know, I don't really want to seek 8 red coins after I got 7 of them last time. Let's get out of here. We're about to get enough to do the thing, but couple things to do before we get access to Bowser. One thing I'm wondering is, can we drain the moat? How do we drain the moat? Can I do that right now? Also, wait, there isn't like something hidden in this wall, right? No, that's just fire. It's not good for me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing off all the shows. I'm looking forward to next season. I did the busy work thing where I add all the anime to my Annie list that I'm going to try, so when they air, it'll tell me that they aired, and that's very convenient and good. Oh, I think we can get another one of the power-ups here, right? Yeah, let's open the moat and get invisibility, I guess. My headphones turned off. Oh, shit! Sorry, if you can probably hear the... Hang on, 1 second. I turned off my headphones and suddenly my soundbar turned on. I should always have that be off when the stream happens, but I forgot because I'm using a game that, where it's a PC game, you know? It's a PC port of an N64 game. It, doesn't, go through there normally. Anywho, let's do this thing, and, let's also get that, second power-up unlocked. Oh, good, yes, B does it. What's over here? Okay, first let me start by going over here. And I want to see what's in this door. And then I think you go through the moat. Is that right? There's a lot of good anime ending this week. Oh, it's just the way back. It's just oh wow, that angle. Just as I couldn't even see which way I was over there. Wait a minute. Can I just turf surf? Turf surf to the rescue. More angles, more awkward angles. Okay. There's a lot of good stuff ending, I'll say, you know. And as far as like ending shows go, you know, whatchamacallit, Golden Kamuy is ending really well. Oh, hang on, let me zoom back in on me. Golden Kamuy is ending really well. Golden Kamuy is ending really well. What's the other show that's ending right now? That's in its final episodes right now. That's about to finish up. Jujutsu Kaisen is pretty far along, but I think it's not like the final yet, the final season yet. So, but like by Friday, a bunch of shows will have ended. Wash It All Away already ended. You Can't Be in Your Rom-Com with Your Friends already ended today, 2 of them. Midnight Hearts, Isekai Office Working, Easygoing Territory Defense, all ending right now. Oshi no Ko is ending this week. Hammond's B-Side also ending. Steel Ball Run is going to continue, I guess. Sends to Be a Hero, Chain Soldier Season 2. Chain Soldier, by the way, fucking phenomenal shit. They're on the top of their game. They're like top of the season good. Oh my god, the last episode of Chain Soldier was so good. Also, good horniness, good tits, and things of that nature. Good fan service. I feel like the fucking Chain Soldier just has some of the most creative and fun. I'll say, like, just apropos of nothing, I'll explain Chain Soldier real fast. The premise of Chain Soldier is that it's like in a world where ladies have cool superpowers to fight monsters with, and one lady's power allows her to turn like beasts and animals and stuff into like her servants who get paid back after they you know fight for her or whatever. And she realizes she can do it with a human man, a human boy, you know, a young man who is cute and likable. And it turns out when she repays him, she has to repay him in fan service. Oh no! Also, all the other girls are very horny, even if they're not like as contractual. Even if their power does not require them to do fan service as a consequence of using their power, they are also very, very horny and doing horny things, like the girl who can make herself giant, who is always trying to, you know, get in on him. My god, like, spoilers, minor spoilers for the last episode, but, like, you know, the biggest fight in the world just happened, and, the main girl who, you know, I'll say, they're sweet on each other. It's also a little bit of a romance, kind of. The main character and the main boy. The main lady and the main boy. She's like, oh, I guess we're taking a bath together. And then the other captain, who is also very horny, says, okay, I'll join you. And the third captain, who was also involved in that battle, is like, what the fuck are you, what are you doing? Your tits are out. You know, you're not even being controlled. You're not moving involuntarily. And she's just like, you know, like, you know, cute with it. And it's like, that's a fun character. And it's also a fun character like the very cool, like, badass girl who's just, like, outside going like, no, I can't do it. 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 Fuck. And I'm just like, oh my god, that's just some very funny fan service right there. It's peak. Here's the second power-up. It's just normal style. That's not even a little bit like Donkey Kongified. It's just normal. It'd be cool if it was like Chunky Kong, where it was just the clothes, but I suppose it's just a tie, so... What happens if I'm, if I pants up? Let me pants up for a second. What if I had pants on? How would this look? Oh, hang on, I'm not in... Well, we have to get to the end now. Or to the next, that next block. Or the end. Definitely the end, actually. I probably should be collecting these red coins, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I be? That's like the main point! It would be cool if this was, Donkey Kongified. But, you know... Yeah, no, even with pants, it's just normal style. It'd be really cool if the pants were fully visible and the body was fully invisible, but, maybe there's technical reasons why that's, difficult, hard, etc. I probably need to be getting the coins, shouldn't I be? Hey, me to... Oh, wow! He's burning in the middle of the... selection cutscene. That's interesting. That's what happens when you go into selection mode. When your ass is at risk of being burnt. I can just climb on the wall. I can just climb on that goddamn wall. Next time we will just climb on that wall. Oh, and the thing I was going to say... Well, one, Roll Over and Die is also ending. Maybe Holy Grail, Invisible Man and Soon-to-Be Wife, Jujutsu Kaisen Part 1, Season 3 Part 1. A bunch of stuff is ending by Friday. But also, I'll say, whatchamacallit, Fire Force. That's the other one I was trying to think of earlier. That's, that one's in its final season now, and is clearly just about to end. Just about to end in any day now. I think, like, I think the next episode might be the last one, or the penultimate, I'm not sure. Oh, hang on, there's 13, then there's two more. But, like, yeah, those, it's ready to pop, you know, it's ready to end. And, you know, we'll talk about it on, well, we won't talk about it on Friday, because it's not ending until weeks from now, but, is Free Run ending Friday? I think Free Run's ending Friday, and then it's getting ready for a movie or something. So, too, did Medalist end, and get ready for a movie, which apparently is, really good. I think, like, you know, Free Run and Medalist both saved their best arcs, maybe, for movies? I guess that makes sense. I'd rather they didn't, because, you know, who knows when the movies will be out, stateside, whatever. And if you miss their 2-day run, you won't be able to see them. You know, but, I'm not exactly going to, complain. You know, there's been some damn good movies. Free Run won't be a movie? Oh, I thought I thought I heard that people were saying that it was probably fixing to be a movie. You know, where they were ending off on. You're saying that they're not actually doing that. They're just, too long for a movie? Oh, okay. Shame, then, they couldn't do, like, a 2-core again, and knock it out. It kind of feels like this season has been a little bit low-key. You know, hasn't had its big moment yet. You know? Hey, we got enough for the, next Bowser, and I do believe we will, it's pretty close, actually, with the door right here, the moat door right here. We have enough for second Bowser, and, let's go fight second Bowser, and, end the stream thereafter. And we'll be back next week with more. I'll say again, the plan now is to do, I think we will have to do the docks, right? We'll do one level of the docks and then Bowser? Yeah. One level of docks, then Bowser. Where does this timestamp go? The timestamp can go here. It's all about behind the star door. That's a thing. I already did do Jolly Roger Bay. I did, wait, is this Jolly Roger Bay? This is Dire Docks. Yeah, we did Jolly Roger Bay earlier. We did a bunch of that earlier. I'll say the current plan is to do, is to get 70 star in this playthrough, and then we'll do like a multiplayer stream, get a bunch of people in, and, you know, just knock out the remaining 50 stars collaboratively, and, split it up co-op style. I think that'll be fun as like a whole thing after we, you know, just do the original gimmick, the original idea. You know, Donkey Kong, 70 stars, full game. And then for the last 50, we can get wild with it. We can go crazy. We can get some people in and co-op it up, you know? I think that sounds like a great idea. And, You know, if you're down, let me know in Discord, whatever, and I'll try to arrange it. You know, we'll schedule it for like a Sunday or a Saturday or a weekend or a holiday or something. Sometime where people have the time, ideally, you know. Whatever makes sense. I'll say that will be the plan. Yeah, this is just a nice quick level. Can I climb this? Maybe not. Maybe the tip. On. Ah. You get the metal Mario in like the last area, right? The middle area. I think we have 2 more areas to unlock. I'll say, I guess at this pace, you know, we can either have a nice short stream next time and do like the we can maybe do the back half of the game. I mean, I will say, like, next week we will be going on to harder levels, and not only that, we will be in harder levels, and also if we're going to 70, there's like 40 left, so jot that down. There we go, nice and easy one. Oh, I'd kind of like to do this in 3. Next time, the mid-tier worlds, and you know, the second story worlds, and then last time just like doing whatever makes sense, you know. The last world, maybe picking up some spares in the earlier stuff. Yeah. Good night, Chard. Here we are, Bowser 2. I don't know where the timestamp is going. It can probably go before. I feel like Dire Docks is part of this. Is part of the whole second Bowser situation. Let's do it. Let's get this done. This will be nice and quick. I suppose we could also get some stars here. You know, if we're looking for stars. You know, there's plenty in there. You know, there's plenty in areas that we left earlier that we could backtrack to. There's plenty ahead. I do want to have, like, clear, reasonable timestamps to give people an idea of, like, hey, what levels am I playing? But, you know, broadly, like, basements, first story, you know, second story, third story? Yeah, that's up a story, the Rainbow Road, the clock. And is there a third one? I think there's one that's like another flying level, like another shorty is up there. But no, it's just those 2 for the final floor. Yeah, last stream we'll do some stuff there, and then we'll pick up some stragglers. We'll like roam around, I bet. Yeah, that sounds like the way to do. I like that. 3 streams and done. Let's I got trapped under the platform there. Turf surf isn't invincible. Wow, look at all this area that you can turf surf around. Wow, you wouldn't be able to get here normally. This would be right out. You know, this whole area. Wow. Like, this is exclusive. This is, I don't usually see this. Wow. Wow. I am currently thinking, by the way, a shot of DK, like, doing this shit. Like, I think that'd be a pretty good thumbnail for the stream. Him on his turf surf, either in, you know, either the water level, or, you know, if that looks iconic enough, if this lava level looks iconic enough for thumbnail, you know. Maybe you want to save the lava level for, like, the final stream, because, you know, Rainbow Road. You want Rainbow Road to be in the thumbnail for the finale. Yeah, it could totally be this one. Anyway, That's enough posing for the thumbnail. I should, try not to die. I should try very hard not to die so that we can finish this and beat Bowser really quickly. I kinda don't like normal Bowser that much, you know? The stick rotation, the aiming of it, the timing of it, it's all a pain, I would say. I think it's probably the thing I like, one of the gameplay-wise, you know, probably one of the things I like least in Mario 64. But punching and as Donkey Kong here and not having to do the normal thing, oh my god, that rules. Mario Galaxy bosses are the best. Odyssey also has fantastic bosses. I'd probably put Odyssey's bosses over Galaxy, but yeah, Galaxy 1 and 2 both have fantastic bosses. It's true. Sunshine. I love Sunshine, but yeah, its bosses, they get a little repetitive. I feel like you fight a couple of them too many times, and they have the same pattern each time. I'll say I've been noodling around with Mario Clips. You know, the Sunshine mod on my AYN Thor, and I'll say, ooh, you know, some of the things they added aren't quite as good as the original things. I played a boss that requires you to, like, dive into them, and that is just awkward and it doesn't work. And, you know, yeah, you know. Let's do this. Woo. This would also be a fine thumbnail, but, I think the it's gotta be turf surfing. Yeah. Turf surfing also just tells you that it's Bananza style, not, Donkey Kong 64 style. Sets the expectations correctly. What happens if you throw a rock at Bowser? Nothing. He no-sell. Wait! No, he got, like, knocked down or something. But, like, yeah, no. You, this Bowser, you just punch him. And he's just up. That's so cool. I saw that in the trailer. You know, I just knew. Is that it? Did the rock also count as a hit? Wow, okay. Also, it's cool that the keys are the keys from... Are those the regular keys, actually? I don't know. I can't remember what the keys from... I think I said earlier that those are the keys from Donkey Kong 64, but you know what? Now that I think of it, those could be the Mario 64 keys, actually. I might have been, wrong. Well, there we go. There's second Bowser. It is 11 p.m., so we've been going around, around, like, 3.5 hours, maybe somewhere in there. And I think it is time to, call it a night. I'm gonna head up here, and we'll have a look at the area we just unlocked, and all the places that we'll go next time. I think we'll, and all the stars that we'll get next time. How many stars do you need to go up to the next area? Is it like 20? I think it might be like 20. There's the water world. There's, the ice world, the snowman world. There's the mountain world. There's the little big world. I think that's it. Are those the 4? We can also... You know what? Let's compete. Can we get the power up right now? If we can get the power up right now, I will absolutely... One final thing. How do you get the not the invisible cap, right? It's the, Let me see. Let me Google real fast. Where do you get the metal cap? How do you get metal cap? You know what? This is where you get, like, Wario in the other game. This isn't, You have to complete the Cavern of the Metal Cap stage within Hazy Maze Cave. Oh, okay. That, we could have done that tonight, actually, if we had done more Hazy Maze Cave. Okay. Can we do that real quick? Can you do that early? Hang on. Can you get early? 31 stars isn't quite right. I'd rather have 32. You can... Get the base, defeat Bowser in the Dark World, find Dory's Lake, reach the secret door. Okay. How do we get this? Let's do that. Okay, one last thing, actually. I want to get the metal cap. I want to complete the circle, and also that means that if I wanted to do the content, if I wanted to do content of it, I could write this stream rather than, you know, bringing in stuff from like next week or whatever. Let's go and get metal cap, and try to do it in a way that doesn't require us to beat any more Hazy Maze Cave. I think we just have to find the lake and climb to a door. No. If this is impossible, if we have to, like, earn our way there, one, that's a bummer, and two, maybe I just won't ever get it until it's the fun times and everyone's, you know, until I get a whole posse together. But let's do that. Night's still pretty young. Let's go do that, and then we will end. Where's the... This map is terrible, also, by the way. Abysmal. Red circle, elevator 2. Okay, so... left here, I guess? Okay, the map helps. The map helps. Map for sure helps. Okay. I can totally just climb around. Can I punch boulders? No. I feel like I should be able to, but fair, you know. I believe this is the elevator that leads down to where we need to go. Okay, yeah, here's the lake. Now, there is the Dory's pretty good golden banana there, but I think we want those doors. Now, to get into those doors, it might be the case that usually you have to, like, do something with Dory, but I feel like it might be possible using Donkey Kong that we might be able to... Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I was gonna do some turf surfing, but, climbing will get us there easy peasy. I believe we can hit this switch. Get a, Yeah, okay, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so... Middle cap Donkey Kong. Gold. He's gold. Is there a reason he's gold in particular? I mean, I guess golden bananas are gold. It's kind of Donkey Kong's color, yellow, traditionally. It makes sense. This cave... Oh, fuck. No! Ah! I didn't hit the switch. I was about to say it reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 3, the part where you get washed out and fight the ghost, the sorrow. Yeah, I am sorrowful. I am sad about how that went down. Indeed, indeed. That is. I feel as dead as Snake felt. Fuck. Okay. Where the hell's the door? It's up here, okay. Hazy Maze Cave is just through here. You know, since I did a bunch in World 1, I didn't need to, like, grind any stars to get into any of the rooms here. get through that star door or whatever that was. I guess also in the other area, I think have we gone through all the doors there? I don't know if there's like a prescribed order. I think we've have access to at least 3 of the portraits already. I don't know about the 3rd one though. We didn't go into the big little huge door. You know, now that I think I'm starting to understand where the things are. In fact, I could totally get another golden banana right now if I just jump back onto that platform. Hazy Maze Cave might have some low-hanging fruit. Might have some literal low-hanging fruit with us. Next time, we should give a second chance to Hazy Maze Cave. That should be one of the segments of next time. Trying to find low-hanging fruits in Hazy Maze Cave. Literal low-hanging fruits. You know, they're bananas. That's good. I like the... Man, low-hanging fruit is just a good... is a good turn of phrase to use during a Donkey Kong platformer collectathon type stream. Like, excellent. Like, yeah, that's literal. It's more literal than like when you use that turn of phrase when playing like Mario Odyssey, for instance. Not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah, we're invulnerable, and I think heavy ? When we're made of gold. I guess we're a golden Kamoi. Hang on, I get back on dry land. Use my turf surf ability to trivialize this. And let me get this, let me get the red coins while I'm here. And then we'll end. Well, it looks like you can't, you can still turf surf, but not underwater. I guess that's like a paradox, you know, you can't, you can't do that. Kinda looks like he was picking something up at the start of the golden animation. I don't know what Donkey Kong was doing there. Doesn't really connect to his golden state. Now does it? I guess Metal Gear Solid 3 came out after this. You think that part of Metal Gear Solid 3 was inspired by this? I mean, it's the odds are better than no. It's possible. Why not? Okay. Oh, 2 more and they're the easiest ones. I just missed them earlier. Oh, banana! Oh, banana indeed. Yeah, that's okay. That's an angle. Swimming makes it look weird. All right, let's get out of here. That's enough Hazy Maze Cave, and that's enough stream. I do believe we're done for tonight. That was a fun stream. That was, you know, exactly as delightful as I thought it would be. You know, I've been looking forward to doing this for the last month. You know, since we had the idea during Randomizer month, and I said like, oh, you know, we're not. Obviously, I have plans for the next couple of weeks, and then after that, I'm going to be out of town at a wedding for a week there, so we can't start it right away. So I've been looking forward to this, and you know, it's fucking paid off. It's fucking been as good as I expected it to be. It's been as fun as I hoped for, as I thought it would be, as, yeah. Really looking forward to next week. Really looking forward to, doing a bit more. I can get the rocket one more time. Very cool, yes. Let's not fall into the tower this time. But, let me stand somewhere nice and say, you know, folks, that's gonna do it for tonight. That's gonna do it. That's, we're done here. I'll be back, let me, get big. Let me pull up the, schedule. You could stop playing the music, Donkey Kong, that's fine. You know. You can stop now. You can stop now. I just want to end the stream. Is this like an infinite one? Does this not expire? Hang on. Okay. Okay. Let's end on a nice hill. Let's end on a nice hill. Or whatever. I don't know. I think we're about a little under halfway through. We're about a little bit under halfway through. I think I'm going to do this over the course of 2 more streams. I think they might be shorter streams than this one. You know, next week we'll do a bunch of stuff in the in the next 4 levels basically, and focus on them before doing maybe a little bit more of like Hazy Maze, a little bit more of some other levels that you know, we saw today and had a good time with. We will have, you know, we will go back, we will see more of all this, and it'll be fun. But point is, it'll be next week, and the week after. I'm thinking at this current rate. Eventually, like I said, we will come back and we will knock it out the park. We will get to 120 as a co-op experience with perhaps people that I know and people who might be interested. We'll see. You know, next 3 weeks start looking for. Well, I guess I'll start you know, asking around, seeing who's interested, etc. That'll be fun. That'll be good. But I don't know when that'll be. It'll probably be, honestly, I'll say it might not be next month. It might not be this month. We might be middle of the summer. We'll see how scheduling works out for that. But you know, other things are coming other than the viewer levels, which will be the next stream on Friday, and more of this, which will be the next 2 Mondays. There is also going to be TTYD randomizer at some point. Maybe once I finish this, that'll be the next thing that I do. I want to do a stream where I play that Mouse PI game live for the first time when that comes out. That'll be middle of April. And then, I mean, we'll see about Rethawed, but I think that'd be a fun one to poke around, play some of. Wouldn't mind doing some hit and run. When, you know, I have a million ideas, honestly, which I could just run through, I guess. But, you know, there'll be a million other streams in the future. You know, this is not the last by any means. Obviously, it's never the last. There's always another. They're over there. So, also you can see it on the calendar view, which is getting a lot less interesting now that there's not like trips or things like the randomizer month where the schedule is like you know, hard to visualize. It's just viewer levels on Fridays and Mario 64 Bananza style on Mondays. What am I calling the VOD? Am I calling it Mario 64 Bananza style part 1? Probably something like that. Bananza style as Bananza DK, Bananza-fied. There's many ways that I could phrase it, and I'll be honest, I haven't decided on a single one yet. It's they're all good. They're all good and accurate in their own ways. But yeah, it's basically going to be a lot of these 2 things until we're done with these 2 things. I'm also like hunting for houses at the same time, so like, I don't have all the time in the world right now. But other big streams will be coming in April, ideally, and definitely when the birthday stream rolls around in May, that'll be a big one as well. That'll be Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask combo randomizer, but mostly Majora's Mask with only one temple's worth of Ocarina. That'll be the gimmick there, is that it'll be very heavily skewed towards one of my favorite games of all time, with just enough Ocarina to, for fun, you know? Anyway, that's gonna do it for tonight. Let me see what, where I can send the Twitch people right now. Let me see where I can send Twitch people off to. Let's see who's streaming right now. Monday evening. Bunch of people that I follow, that I know. We rated Shellspin once, right? Shellspin, we rated like relatively recently. They're doing viewer levels. I think people like the viewer levels. Let's send you over there. Sure, why not? I'll send you over there. The Shellspin is doing Mario Maker viewer levels, I guess. I believe Shellspin met them like a couple weeks ago during a viewer level stream, and I think it would be perfectly good raid. Do that again, yeah. Okay, well, I'll see you on Friday for viewer levels, Mario Maker 2 viewer levels. I'll see you on Monday for more of this, 2 more streams like this, I think, plus a finale some point in the future, plus a bonus stream, co-op stream some point in the future. Give your love to the VOD, and also the short form content can be very good. Some of it is pretty good, I'll say. Check that out, and as much as you please. I'll see ya on Friday, Monday, various times in the future. We will see. To be determined. Take it easy. Good night, folks.